Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Thank you, guys. You know what I'm going to say each and every time. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Share, subscribe, get ready. We're going to have a fun day today. Obviously, we're discussing Dolphins. I'm going to give you guys some updates too that I've gotten. That way, we can all stay up to date about the Dolphins because, that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Really cool thing tomorrow too. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be doing a game preview, but for the AFC East. It's gonna be easy because Patriots and Jets are playing each other, and then Bills are playing Browns, which we just played. So tomorrow's gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for tomorrow morning. We will be discussing in very defined details each game between Jets Patriots because it's a divisional game, and then Bills Browns because it's still a conference game. It's still gonna affect us one way or another. So yeah, and I've been talking about it all week long. The implications of the sweep because we're on the bye. They've all already had the bye, and what that means for the standings. Who do we don't want to win? Who we do want to win? It's a lot. So if you want even more about that, check it out yesterday morning. The AFC East um, review, go ahead and check it out because I went and broke it all down for you guys. So go ahead and take a look at that. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Share, subscribe. Let everybody know that we are live, that we are here. I just dropped my link so you guys could go ahead and, do it. So appreciate it. Everybody on Twitter and Twitch, thank you so much for joining through. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. And you guys could always find the Miss Finn Show Monday through Friday. See it up here, see it down here. 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay, if you guys can just do me a quick favor, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know that we are here. You see it over here, it says level up Miss Finn. There you go. Just subscribe. That's all I asked. Okay? Let's see here. Welcome everybody. Welcome. So you can see. Hit the like button and subscribe. YouTube.com/Miss Finn. So easy, so simple. For each and every single one of you guys here. Let's see who's in the building. Richard, welcome. Ebbs, welcome back. Welcome. Cruz, welcome. Good morning, Miss Fins, the best Miami Dolphins wake up show on YouTube. Ah, you're too kind. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jeremiah, welcome. Good morning, Miss Fins. Hope your day is going great. Good morning, Dolphin family. Fins up and let's get Dolphins. Good morning, Colin. Welcome. Colin, good morning. Is he here? Oh, great. Love it. Guys, today is free for all. You know what I mean? Today's all about Dolphins chat, which is us, and updates. So I'm gonna be giving you guys updates. So I need you guys' help. Give me questions. Any questions that you have, go ahead and give me your questions. I will be answering your questions. Obviously, depending on the question, if I have any like first-hand knowledge, I'll go ahead and let you guys know, and then I'll also be giving you guys my opinion as well for whatever it is that you have. All Dolphin related because this is the Dolphins channel, but it can also be football related. Okay, so keep it Dolphins or football. Let's see here. Miss Fans, I have a question about December 18th. Dolphins game against Buffalo Bills. Yep. That's week 13. Week 13? No, 15. Week 15. And possible flexing the game to a Saturday night, which I have to work from 11 p.m. Is this for real? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes. We already know the two games that we have on our schedule that could be flexed, that will be flexed. At this point, with the way that the Dolphins are playing and the way that the AFC East is playing, thank you for that question, Richard. Um, it's definitely, it's definitely, what do you call it? Oh, the way that the AFC East is playing right now, we are the best division in football because we are the best division in football. they're gonna want to have best content up there. You know what I mean? In this Q&A session. So with that being said, both week 15 for the Dolphins and week 18 will both be flexed. We're talking about week 15 because that's against the Bills. It's gonna be flexed, and I actually do think. I mean, some people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be flexed to Saturday night. It's gonna be like to Sunday night." This is the thing: the NFL wants to have the best content out there. Period. Why not Sunday night? It depends. So I'm gonna pull up week 15 so you guys have an idea of what we're referring to, right? So week 15, obviously that's from December 14th to December 20th. Let's pull it up for me. Give me a second. You already have set, which is not gonna change. San Francisco and Seattle, Thursday night football on Prime. That might be a decent game, not gonna lie. But then you have 5 games that are all flexible. And then you have the rest that are already set. So you already have Monday Night Football set. That's LA Rams, Green Bay Packers. So Thursday and Monday are done. But then you got the Sunday night game. And remember, they've done 2 Sunday night games before. We've seen them do 2 Monday night games before. You know what I mean? Because of college football too, they've done Saturday games as well. Um, right now, the for sure set games are Philly at Chicago at 1, Fox. Detroit at Jets, 1 o'clock, Fox. Pittsburgh at Panthers, 1 o'clock, CBS. Dallas at Jacksonville, 1 o'clock in Fox. Kansas City at Houston, 1 o'clock on CBS. Then you got the 4 o'clock games. The early one is Arizona at Denver, 4:05 Fox. You got Tennessee at LA Rams. I mean Chargers at 4:25 CBS. You got the Bengals at Tampa Bay, 4:25 CBS, and then you have New England at Las Vegas, 8:20, which is a Sunday night game on NBC. But now you have 5 complete games because remember, every team has to play, and that's why they have to flex games. You got Miami at Buffalo. You got Baltimore at Cleveland. You got Indy at Minnesota. You got Atlanta at New Orleans. You got the New York Giants at Washington. Out of all those games, the most enticing and I would say the most divisional playoffs implementation is the Dolphins Buffalo game. I would say second to that would be Baltimore and Cleveland. So they want to get the most amount of views. They want to get the most amount of revenue out of it. So, because Atlanta Saints, nobody cares about that game. That's going to be flexing to, I mean, regular time slot, to be honest with you. Um, the other, I would say, if I had to rank them, I would say Miami, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cleveland, and then New York Giants, Commanders, because the Commanders is still they still can make some noise in the division, and we already know that New York Giants are being dominant this year. So that would probably be the third. Then Indy, Minnesota, then Atlanta, and New Orleans. We're the best flexible team. So if they want all eyes on NFL, they're gonna put the Dolphins at Buffalo Saturday night because they already have a Sunday night game. You see what I mean? Um, and that's probably what they're thinking. They're seeing, okay, what do we have to do? Because remember, again, a lot of things is going on at this time. It's the holidays. You got college football. You got NFL. You got the NBA. You got hockey. You got a lot. So because of that, yeah. Good morning, Adam. Welcome. Richard, why not Sunday night? Because again, they already had their Sunday night game. They could put another Sunday night game. It could very well be put in Sunday night game. But yeah, Richard, it can absolutely be Sunday night. They've done 2 Sunday night games. They've done 2 Monday night games. But it really all depends on those other random schedules that we have to deal with other sports. And also too, I'm gonna put my best game at the biggest time slot. And if we have Saturday night completely available, I'm putting my number one matchup, which is Dolphins at Buffalo, in the best time slot so everybody can see it. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it might be Saturday, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put it night. Regardless, Miami at Buffalo will be a primetime game. It will be. They might even. This is another thing that they can do. They might even flex out the New England Raiders game out of Sunday night and put in Miami Buffalo. They could do that and move them, even though technically they're set already. It's the NFL. They can do whatever they want. Yeah. Good morning from Ava and Ivory. Oh, good morning, guys. The Butlers. Good morning, guys. Yeah, Buffalo, ECW. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. Hey, I get it. I get it. Apps, get it. Buffalo isn't even in our league. They're 0-1 against us. Josh Allen leads the league in INTs. I know. I know. He's done for the MVP for the MVP talks. Tua's getting more raving than him. I mean, Tua's stock is going up, and I'm gonna have a stuck up, stuck down video next week for you guys. So keep an eye out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, like come on, it's not even close. He's Bills are on the decline, and Buffalo Bills fans are gonna be super in denial. That's on them, but it is what it is. Remember, guys, the Q&A. See the Q&A session. Go ahead and give me your questions here. Let me know. Let's see here. Carter for Buffalo game is Sunday night. That battery waiting for AAA. That's funny. Good morning, Roadrunner. I mean Saturday night. Yeah. So they could. At the end of the day, honestly, the NFL is one of the most powerful leagues in the entire world. If they want to do something, they're gonna do it. And right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, they put New England to Raiders because obviously McDaniel's, the protege or the coach from the Belichick tree versus Belichick, blah 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 blah. Right? They're both awful teams, and the Patriots are actually way better than the Raiders. He might be fired by then at this point. So I think that I don't think Las Vegas should fire McDaniel's. I really don't think so. I think they should keep him for the next 3 years minimum. Give him time to get all those first year head coach troubles out. It happens. Buffalo is a game I can't wait to see. Yeah, Cruz, me neither. Why do fans keep dismissing Buffalo? Stay grounded, man. Miami Kid, I'm not dismissing Buffalo at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. Yeah, give them the respect. They're the reigning divisional champs. That's not a lie. I'm not dismissing them. I'm just telling you what I see, what's happening right now. And guess what? Right now, they have a injured Josh Allen. Secondary still has injuries. The whole offense is fine, but their whole offense is Josh Allen. So, and apparently the play calling is not looking too hot over there. And I keep hearing that Josh Allen is regressing. His decision making is not good. And yeah, you gotta call it out how it is. Nobody gets saved. Everybody gets critiqued. It is what it is. So, and look, right now, oof. Uh, okay, this is ridiculous. The tickets for the Raiders New England game is going for $233. That's insane. Nobody wants to watch that. Then you got second to that, you got Cincinnati at Tampa for $143. Ridiculous. And then the third most expensive ticket is Miami at Buffalo at 125. You know what the cheapest ticket this whole week will be? Baltimore at Cleveland. Literally nobody wants to see that in Cleveland. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. Not sorry. I think that's hilarious. Robo, Miss Finch, who we want to win Sunday, Jets or New England? Great question, which I totally answered yesterday. Roadrunner. So I need you to watch it yesterday morning. And actually, League One Wednesdays yet last night, we also talked about it with color. But I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit today. But definitely, I broke it down even more last week. So at the end of the day, we will stay. Excuse me. After week 11, we will stay number one as long as Patriots win. Period. If the Patriots win, Dolphins remain number one. Patriots will be two, and Jets will be. And again, this is depending if Bills win or not. Jets and Bills will either be third or fourth. They'll be flipping. But yeah, Patriots. If we want to remain at the top of the division, you want the Patriots. Don't hold two full games on the division to the Jets, essentially putting them dead last in the division, where we all thought they would be at this point. Bills though, Bills could be dead last too. If Bills lose and Jets lose, Bills will be fourth, Jets will be third. That's really what I want. So Patriots winning, Bills losing would make it Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Bills. I just think the Bills need to be humbled a lot more. So, yeah, that's essentially it. So, Patriots. I will be rooting with my father for the Patriots to win. The Patriots don't win, I'm gonna be so flipping mad because they're gonna be useless to me. Useless to me. Like, yeah, one job. Be the Jets. It's the Jets. Technically, we haven't done it either, but whatever. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, for us to remain number one. And then if you take a look at it too, I mean, again, I broke it down. I've broken down so much. It's like up here. I don't even have to think or see anything that I wrote down because it's up here. So many times I've said this. What this week will mean. I feel like all Dolphins fans should be rooting for the Patriots in this one game. Um, because it would even lessen the importance of Week 18 when the Jets come to us at home. That's another reason why. Keep bringing the questions, guys. It's Q&A, guys. Keep bringing the questions. All football slash Dolphins related questions. Keep bringing them. I want to go to the Texans Dolphins game. Anyone know how a good link for tickets? Ugh, I'm not good for that, Ryan. I'm sorry. But maybe you can check Twitter. I know a lot of people, they're selling tickets and whatever. Check Twitter to see. Maybe I get everything from Ticketmaster. I know it's like the most expensive, but yeah, it's just what it is. Mm. But actually, I was donated, which I need to write this down. I had a fan donate a ticket. And I was very very happy. So thank you for your donations. Thank you for your donation, because write that down. Oh, oh. Texans, Dolphins. This is, yep, and this was 13. I keep track of everything, guys. So mm, it is what it is. But let's see here. We need Miss Phins at every home game. She's our lucky charm. Listen, if you guys want to continue to donate, tickets to me or donate so that I can buy the tickets, feel free. Because I was not planning on going to the Cleveland game. I only went because it was Chef Juice wedding, which I still don't. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to send him and stuff. Because it was his wedding, he personally asked me. I was like, fine, I will go, man. And I got a ticket, and this is not cheap at all, So that's why I'm very grateful for all you guys sending me to games by donating, because that's the only way I can get it. You know what I mean? What's up, Canes? How you doing, Ryan? Yeah. So if you guys want to continue to donate to the channel, it literally goes right back to the It goes right back to the channel, and if it gets me to the game, lucky charm. Hey, I mean, I really am a lucky charm, especially when we go shopping. Oh my god! Like ask all my girlfriends. Mm, telling you, everything you're looking for, you're not only gonna find what you're looking for, you're gonna find even more than what you're looking for at a great price. That's what it is. Um, but yeah, so thankfully somebody donated that one. Now I just need to figure out what are our rest of the home games? Oh, Christmas. I don't think I want to be here. Christmas. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I want to be there. On Christmas. Jets. I gotta work on Jets for sure. Jets is like I gotta get tickets to the Jets game. That's the next one. We'll see. We'll see. Good morning, mind over matter. Miami agreed to disagree. KC and Mahomes are juggernaut compared to Buffalo. At this point, yes, that is a fair statement to say. Epps, Kansas City has been more consistent than the Buffalo Bills right now, up to like the 10 weeks that we've played. So yeah, I have to agree. Don't ruin this, Miss Fins. We need you there to win. Again, you guys donate the tickets or money so I can get the tickets. Yes, I will be at the game because I cannot like not be like I love being at the game. I've never been to an entire season, and I'm like I made every game so far. So knock on wood. You guys want to help out here? There you go. I'm gonna help you guys help out the Dolphins by if you want to go ahead and don't even $5, it really does go a long way. There you go. Because we are trying to win some games. Okay? There. I just dropped the link. There's a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Yeah, because I don't have like other stuff. So there you go. Whatever you guys decide to bless me with, it literally goes right back to the Dolphins. And right back to the show. So there you go. Watching our Miami Dolphins in primetime, this how it should be because our Miami Dolphins are a primetime team. Yes. And by the way, I'm telling you right now, I'm calling the Dolphins are getting a minimum of 4 primetime games next year. Mark it. Mark it. Yeah, Christmas. If you guys give me a ticket to go watch one or two, because I don't want to be by myself. So I got somebody to bring. Then I will definitely, you know, I'll definitely go to the game for sure. So let's see here. Oh, Ryan, appreciate it. Good morning, Miss Fins. Great show last night with color. Right? Hey, League Wide Wednesdays is always a lot of fun. And we always discuss great stuff because it's League Wide Wednesdays. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. Mm, Snow game for Bills Browns favors Browns with better running game. Do you agree, Miss Fins? High wins expected. Yes, Richard. Actually, it's funny that you bring that up because we were talking about this um, yesterday. I was talking to somebody about this. And when I did my pickums, and I picked the Browns to win this game, and I didn't even know about the weather. Let's be real. I did not know about the weather at all. And then I heard about the weather, and I'm like, "Psst, I feel even better about my pick. But I picked the Browns to beat the Bills for two reasons. One, I feel like the Browns really they didn't leave a lot on the table. You know what I mean? Like they left a lot for themselves. They didn't play a good game because we forced them as Dolphins. We forced the Browns to not play a good game. That's what you're supposed to do. So they're gonna want to rev up. That's one. And two, before Deshaun Watson gets here, I know Jacoby Brissett's gonna want to show out and say, "Hey, I could be a starter too. I am a starter. I started all 10 games." You know what I mean? So he's gonna want to show out for either the Browns, you know, or for another team and get his other contract. You know what I mean? So that's why I picked the Browns. And right now, I lost a little faith on the Bills. I think more injury up here for Allen. I think he's second guessing himself, and you can tell. You can tell in the way his decision making is taking a hit, and because of that, yeah, I wouldn't give it to. And then come on, man, you're gonna tell me Nick Chubb is not gonna run 200 yards on the Bills? Yeah, he will. He absolutely will. So yep. Remember, guys, we're doing the Q&A session, so go ahead and ask your questions away. I love the way our offensive line is keeping Tua upright. If Tua keeps up, we can make the Super Bowl, Miss Vince. It's true, and I said it yesterday. I said it on Monday too. I'm like, we better be praising this whole line because it's a twofer. It's a twofer. And I said this. The O line is stepping up, absolutely stepping up. The minute we got Snell in there, it's working. The guys that we have, it's working. But Tua is also helping out the O line. And I had an argument with a fan, not an argument, but like a disagreement with somebody that was going at me because I said, nah, a QB can't affect the O line. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Are you serious? Lee telling me that a quarterback does not affect an O line? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They gotta step up to the pocket. Sometimes they gotta get out of the pocket. They gotta roll out. Maybe they gotta lean a little too like a quarterback. Not the elite quarterbacks know how to navigate an O line where they never get hit, aka Tom Brady. Like, how many times does Tom Brady get sacked? Extremely rare because he knows how to navigate the pocket. And that's one thing I said. I'm like, oh, the second we got into year two for Tua, and I'm like, why is nobody talking about this? Guys, he's getting way better at navigating the pocket. And that was one my highlight for year two Tua was thank you Tua. I'm seeing a progression. And the main one for me, he's navigating that pocket like beautifully. Because he has to. When you have a bad O line, it forces you to be better. And now that you have a bad O line again, it's still forcing him to be better. But now the O line is working with Tua in tandem. I'm telling you, it's a twofer. They believe us now, Miss Fins. Now that Tua is elevating, I guess I don't know. And then people say I'm a hater. I'm like, no, I critique, but I also give props when it's due. I don't overly like no, but I will definitely, and I have. I've pointed out things that I've heard nobody else point out, and I'm like, I don't see why people don't see this. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Miami Key just said we can easily go up to Buffalo and get blown out. We've seen Tua and cold. Now, if we beat them in Buffalo, then a different story. Yeah, a lot of ifs, but I'll tell you this: it is possible. Dolphins can win. People forget we've won games at Gillette Stadium. We have. You know what I mean? So it's we can certainly win in the cold. It's just we're a warm state. What can I say? I mean, we're literally the Sunshine State. Like, come on, man. Let's see here. What else am I missing? Roadrunner, you said Misfits, New England going for 14 straight games against the Jets. Hey, weren't we the ones that lost to them after they lost 12 straight games versus the AFC East and we give them their first win? I'm so tired of being somebody's like, oh, they finally broke this. Like, oh, God. And they hadn't thrown a 40 burger in 63 games. They hadn't thrown a 40 burger. Yeah. Ryan, the cheapest ticket I see are like $80. Not too bad. Not at all. Because the average I'm paying is like $110. So, yeah. That's not bad. No. Yes. Thanks. Let's see here. What else we got? Mm. Oh, Chris, I didn't even see you. Good morning, Chris. What's up, buddy? Mudbone, welcome. Good morning. Sorry, guys. I got like a million. I'm trying to give you guys great production here. So remember, give me the questions. Put atmosphere so I can see it pop up for me. Um, hmm Exactly. Remind people. Smash that like button. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. CB83. Good morning, buddy. Welcome, guys. If you haven't checked out CB83 and his show, it's pretty awesome. Great content over there. Phins Take with CB83. Go check him out. Absolutely great content. Subscribe. Let's help him to get to 1,000 subscribers too, as well. Okay. Good morning, DF. Welcome. Hi, sir. I'm assuming you're sir, right? Sir, ma'am, because I'm not sure. I don't really, mm, I don't guess. But let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Wait a minute. Color 4 feet of snow. Oh, DF, great question. Who do you think replaces Ogba? Oh, I'm so glad you said that because I was actually thinking about it this way. So this is now we're part up to the updates for you guys, obviously. So I mean, um, there you go. So great question. Now that the Miami Dolphins, if you guys didn't know, have officially put Emmanuel Ogba on the IR, he will be out for the season. Okay. So who do I think is going to replace Alba? Great question. So let's get to our updates, guys. So now that we know, we've updated you guys. Alba is on IR. I was thinking Ben Still off the practice squad was going to be a great addition to bring up. However, the flipping Cleveland Browns, the Browns, yes, you heard me, the Browns have they essentially picked up um um Ben Still off our practice squad because we didn't protect him. So yeah, that was my next one. Cameron Good, not bad, not bad. Um, this is the thing. So right now, how do I put this? Right now, I would say we have Zach Zeiler. He's been pretty good. As far as actual replacements for him in the team, I mean, I could totally see if we were to bring back Brendan Scarlett. Alex Okafor is another one. Um, Perhaps I just don't know if the Dolphins really want to do anything like that, and that's just the external options. Um, Cameron Good, it's not a bad idea, but I do agree with you, Epps. We've been getting some gems in our practice squad out of our free undrafted free agents. So this might be a great chance, okay? A great chance for Cameron Good to be brought up and for us to be able to give him a shot because look, I mean, we did it with I mean, we've been dealing with injuries since the preseason. So we did it with Gator Kohu, Keon Cross, and we did it with Bethel. We've did it. I mean, help me out here, guys. Who else have we brought up that's been insane? Um, Jesus. Like we've had so many great guys that we brought up that I'm just surprised that. I mean, Verone McKinley, is another one too. So we've had some really um, good opportunities for us to actually get a solid team in here with our backups, our undrafted rookies. These are cheap guys. So for me, yeah, I would say I could totally see Cameron Good getting elevated. And you know what? I hope he does. I hope he gets an opportunity because you can see what we've seen here Bethel is killing it out here when the opportunities that he's done. When I do my stock up, stock down video next week, guys, y'all are gonna see. I'm gonna break it down. We got some solid guys, which means we have depth. Championship winning teams have depth, and our depth, unlike other teams, are actually getting real time playing. You can ask for more than that. You know what I mean? And I love it. So yeah, so that with Agba being on the IR, I'm upset that Ben Stiller, because he was the first one I was thinking of when we had the excuse me, when we had Agba on IR. I was just thinking Ben Still. It just naturally makes more sense. However, flipping, what are you gonna do? You know. Now again, about this word I'm trying to say. We gotta see. I think Cameron Good. I think he should be able to get an opportunity. Byron, please come back. I know. Van Ginkel might get more opportunities. That is true. Miss Fitz, do you think Zach Wilson will ever be a franchise quarterback? It's too early to tell. You can't evaluate somebody like that after one season or 1.5 seasons. You gotta give him a minimum of 3 years. That's why I can't even say that about Tua. Until Tua's done with this year, whenever our last Miami Dolphins game is, then I'll be able to give a full evaluation on Tua. But I can't do that now. I can't like give you an overall evaluation of Tua. I could give you, things that he's improved on, things that he's worked on, things that he still needs to work on. I could talk about that, but as a whole, like franchise QB, are we gonna pick up the 5th year option? All of that. Um, I can't do that until the end of the season, and that's just me being fair to young players. You know what I mean? Is Trey Flowers available? That's a good question. I gotta double check, honestly. Um, uh, we'll see. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update for him. Good morning, Esther Phins. Welcome. Good morning, Michael K. Even though I think that's Michael K. Right? I think so. Good morning, cause yeah. Um, hopefully he'll be back, but you know what I mean. Mm. Wow, wow, they did that. Wow, yeah, we'll see. Sorry, guys. I'm just like looking at a million things. Let's see here. So yeah, that was kind of like the biggest update that I have for you guys. Like I told you guys, I also got the news that it looks like we have reached out to 2 kickers. In case you didn't hear it, um, to work them out this week. So we'll see between this week and next week. We'll see what's gonna happen. Um, yeah. Now let's see what else. What other questions you guys have here? Our running game is getting good enough to win in Buffalo. I agree, 1,000% color, 1,000%. I ain't worried about Twitter and Nicole. Me neither. People act like it doesn't get cold in Alabama. Okay, okay. Uh, let's see here. Miss Fence, how do you like this nice weather we have this morning? It's great. It's great. Good morning, G. I didn't even see you. Good morning, G. Welcome. Green Rat, good morning. Welcome, Fins Up. Miss Fins, is there any more news on Byron coming back for the Texas game? I hear he's coming back, or is it Cap? From what I got, which I'm not gonna lie, this is what I'm hearing. So initially, what we were trying to do is bring him back for the Texans games to give him um what do you call it? To get him, those 2 weeks to get game day ready. The issue with Byron is now it looks like he is experiencing a tweaking of his hamstrings. So that's a little bit, you know, um so this is a problem. Byron Jones, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely pissing off the Miami Dolphins right now. Absolutely pissing off the Dolphins organization, even the locker room right now. They love him. So it's not like they don't love each other. The problem is it's looking like it's more contractual issue than a physical issue, and that's what's pissing people off. But if he's smart, if he really wants to go ahead and get a extended contract, because look, he sees what we're building, he wants to be part of it, but this isn't the way to do it. So I think he's gonna want to have to be, um, he's gonna want to have to play. Now we bring Byron Jones back, and the thing is, the great thing is because our secondary and our young players have been playing so much because they've had to. We don't need Byron the whole game. All 100% of the snaps. Not at all. We can rotate. You know what I mean? Keep fresh bodies and still be effective. Oh my God, there'd be no team that'd be able to do it to deal with us. Tua keeps this up. It's gonna be hard to pass him up as MVP. And Mahomes should get the nod if he has more games played at a high level. Good morning, Esther. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, remember, Tua needs to stay on pace with the records too, with the stats as well. So that's the other thing Tua needs to do. Miss Fins, what is the Dolphins' record in cold weather or snow? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I think Kane's that it's a good question. Mm, yeah. I'm not sure right now. I'd have to double check honestly. To check for you. Let me do that. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, okay. So it looks like the team is 25, 31, and 1 in games in which the temperature was 40 degrees or colder. Now, this was back in 2017 when this was recorded, so probably our numbers are a little bit higher than that at this point, but hey, we should be okay. We should be okay. We're batting at 500 is what I'm seeing. So it's a flip of the coin, and guess what? We know Josh Allen can't do it, so we'll be winning this game. Yep. Yeah. It's flip of a coin. We'll see. Oh, wow. Look at this beauty. Guys, look at this. The Miami Dolphins, we have 50 out of 57, 57 seasons. Our win loss tie record is 483 wins, 388 losses, 4 ties. Our playoff record so far is 20 and 21, and we've got 2 Super Bowls out of 5 appearances. Very rare teams have actually made the Super Bowl more. Only literally a couple of teams have made the Super Bowl more than us. You know what I mean? I just love this team. I love this team. I love this team. I love this team. Like, I love my team. I don't know about you, but I love my team. Man, I really do. So, yeah. So far, it looks like we're batting 500 when it comes to the cold weather. Um, you know, yeah. Uh, okay, hold on. Mhm. Okay. So let me get this correct. Bills complain about the heat in Miami, and now they're complaining about snow in Buffalo. Ooh, that's not good. I guess they can't handle the elements. Miss Fence, we do know that Trash Allen throws fourth quarter interceptions and fumbles at the goal line. That is true. We scored the third most TDs in the NFL at 29. Buffalo is fourth with 28. Hey, can't deny that. Can't deny that. And Color is actually pretty good with his stats. So, and I know where he gets his stats, so I can attest for it to be correct. But I can tell you guys are going back and forth, so enjoy yourselves. Let me continue with this. So we went over the updates, guys. Remember, keep bringing your questions in. I'm trying to read and kind of trying to get into this conversation and stuff, but kind of hard with you guys. Byron is expandable, Miss Fans. Great players, great player, but if this is all because of contract dispute, he can kick rocks, and that's how some people feel in there, you know. And I'm talking people that move bodies and dollars. So yeah, it is in Byron's best interest to play. He plays, he helps us win. It'll be ammunition for hey. Cause I get it. If he's like, well, if I'm gonna get cut anyways, and I'm not gonna be part of the team, why am I gonna help out the team? That's a loser mentality. He needs to make sure that he actually does come play, cause you gotta play for your next contract. You know what I mean? Good morning, JM. Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Good morning, Miss Fins and everyone in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate each and every one. Oh man, come on. Twitter News Network. Hey, that's actually kind of funny color. Let's see here. Forecast for Buffalo, December 18th, 45 and sunny, winds at 10 miles per hour. Gross. Okay, look, I'm a Floridian, right? We love when we get, the 2 weeks out of the year. And by 2 weeks, I mean 3 days this one week, then a week and a half later, we'll get another 2 days. And a week and a half later after that, we'll maybe get like 3 more days of cold. It feels good, the sun beaming in you, on your face. You got your thicker than normal, jacket and whatever. I'm loving it. But my gosh, guys, this might actually this might actually be a game to watch, and I hope I get to watch it. I'm gonna be real mad if I don't get to watch the Bills game. I just want to see how Allen is. Oh, I'll get to you. I'll get to him. I promise. Okay, give me a second, guys. I have to work in a moment. Uh, Yep, 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 yep. Okay. To a time, yep, to a time. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you guys have never heard that to a time song from Solo D, it's all I just love the beat. I love the beat of the song. I love the beat of the song because it's an awesome song. Tua already started in the southern tier. Gonna hit Buffalo proper around 8 p.m. tonight. Oh, I don't know what that is, but sure. Let's see here. Guys, listen. You already know. Hit that like button, okay? Hit the like button. I cannot believe it, guys. We have almost 40 people in here. We only got, oops, we only have, clipboard, 19 likes, guys. Come on, man. Let's get the likes up, guys. Help me out. Let everybody else know that we're live, okay? Let's get the likes up. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys, okay? Um, and I just dropped it too. See, hit the like button. Just subscribe. Just subscribe. Like and share. Let's see here. Keep hitting the like button, guys. Okay. So, hmm, what else we got here? What are the questions you got for me, guys? Because remember, we're doing Dolphins chat today and updates. I gave y'all the updates already. So, and just as a recap, Agba is on IR for the rest of the season. Ben Still was picked up by the Browns off our practice squad. And right now, as far as his replacement, if we got to go internal, Cameron Good is a good, pun intended, option for us. Zach Zyler, I feel like he needs to continue to just back up Wilkins. Him and Wilkins have been weighing as a good tandem. And Zealer, I already know he's a good player, so I'm not worried about that. Bradley Chubb really taking on more of the responsibility. I could totally see that as well. Um, but to be honest with you, I think Cameron Good might make the most sense in house for us. To be honest with you, and if we were to go like outside, I could see them bringing back Brendan Scarlett. To be honest with you, I could totally see that. Um, oh, Michael, look at this. Thank you. Dolphin fans are crazy. Can't even support a great show. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And he's a Bills fan, guys. Clearly, because you see the logo. So, appreciate you, Michael. Thank you very much. Let's see here. So yeah, so that's gonna be very interesting. But I'm sure that's the great thing about and that's probably why they picked this week to put him on IR. We have 2 weeks to get all our guys. I'm telling you, Teron Armstead needs to just have be on like a recliner, have his leg up and his toe up, so that way, you know, we can take care of it. Clip his nail, his one nail, so that his toe doesn't hurt. I don't know if it's an ingrown toenail or whatever the injury is, but just make sure that toe is properly iced and probably taken care of. Good morning, Zippa. Hey, Zippa, by the way, I gotta connect with you, sir. I will be hitting you up. Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting as far as his toe. I need him to rest. I don't want to run Armstead to even sniff the practice field. Screw it, ladies and gentlemen. This man only literally plays 20 games and doesn't practice. I don't care if that's what it means. If it means we win the game. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't care. I don't care. I'm paying you millions of dollars to win. I'm not paying you millions of dollars to practice. I mean, practice goes with it. You know what I mean? But he's a special case. I don't care. It is what it is. I want to during the bye week rent the ring. Sorry, okay, Mr. K. Y'all are funny. Listen, I'm serious. I'm serious. And you know what? Here, I'm gonna do it only because I'm feeling frothy. I'm feeling frothy, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I just dropped the link. If y'all want to come up here for a few minutes And talk Dolphins. I pretty much feel like I give you guys the update that you guys need. Tua wins third straight Air Player of the Week. Oh, Cruz, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I forgot. Forgot to say that, guys. Thank you, Cruz. Tua won another award, guys. Way to show out, Dolphins Nation. He won the FedEx Player of the Week or Air Player of the Week. Out of what it was, Mahomes and Brady and Tua just whoosh, sailed with it. And these little accolades, you think that they don't help out, they do. But even Tua said it himself. I mean, it'd be great, but honestly, we're here. We got bigger intentions. Essentially, saying we're here to win a chip. Who doesn't want to? Who doesn't want to? You know what? Michael K. It may be a participation trophy, but I don't see Josh Allen's names anytime soon. Tua's won it 4 times this season. How many times has Josh Allen won it? Has he even won it? Help me, guys. Has Josh Allen even won it? 1 week? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, one of our Phins brothers sat there voting for Tua for 2 hours straight. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, man. He was AFC Player of the Week. Oh, by the way, so did Tua. And do not make me have to put on my Tua cape, Michael K. Don't make me do it. I will put on my Tua cape, and I don't think you're gonna like it, sir. Okay? I don't think you're gonna like it. 2 weeks in a row? No, I wasn't 2 weeks in a row, but still. Let's be real. Listen, right now, the Bills are in shambles. I'm not gonna glaze over them, but they are in shambles. They are in shambles, and I wholeheartedly pick the Browns beating them 27-21. Right, Color? We talked about it last night. And Color picked the Bills just because he wanted to go against me. He picked the Bills 35-0. There's no way on earth you guys are shutting down the Browns. No way on earth. Nick Chubb is taking this game personally. So Tua also joined Marino as the only two QBs with 3+ passing TDs in 3 consecutive games. I mean, that's cool. 2 different decades. People need to stop with the comparison of Marino and Tua. You can't even do that. Do not do that disservice to Tua. Please, do not. They're not even close to being the same realm. Okay? Put it to you this way. Even if Tua wins the Super Bowl in Miami, in this league, he's still not in the same realm as Marino, guys. So please don't make me get there either, okay? Rams are in the same boat last year. They won the Super Bowl. What do you mean? Hold up. Hold up. No, no, Michael K. No, no. You need to tell me what you mean. The same boat as what? You First of all, the Rams went on a tear. A. And the Rams picked up great assets, which now you picked up one. And and they won the Super Bowl. Rams lost 3 straight in a row in November. Yeah, that doesn't losing 3 straight doesn't mean jack. Like it doesn't mean you're gonna win the Super Bowl. You guys are not a Super Bowl winning roster right now. You're not. You're injured. Good morning, Clementi. Welcome, welcome. Like no, first ranked defense is going to do less than the 25th ranked defense. Don't think so. Your first ranked defense couldn't stop the Jets or the Vikings, Mister First Round Defense. Like, what are you talking about? And guess what? We both lost to the same teams, so but at least we didn't lose like you guys. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. At this point, I feel like the Bills. See, the Bills are kind of in denial. They don't want to admit it that right now they're a little scared. Bills are a little scared right now. They're a little scared, mostly that Josh. And you know what? Shame on the Bills. Shame on the Bills. What a horrid organization. We don't know the long term effects of what this could be for Josh Allen. Okay? We don't know that. And they're just gonna let him out here and we don't even know what's happening. Like, shame on the Bills. They don't even care about their players. Look at that. They don't even care about their players. Sad organization. But hey, it is what it is. You know what? Josh Allen should retire. He should. He should retire. He needs to think about his health more than the game. You know? I really think so. It's a bruise. Stop making up stories. Nah, I'm not making up stories. Fine. Even if he's bruised, he's not playing the same. Come on, man. Something is messed up with Josh Allen. You say it's a bruise, but he takes one more hit in that general area. Huh. You never know. Like, Mumble, that bad weather record should be rephrased. What is our bad weather record when Bo Nichols, 0 a wet ball, 4 time running the ball, heavy in a bad weather? You gotta play your defense. You gotta play the defense they're giving you. Cruz Ruiz. I am reading your comment. I cannot post it. As you know, Miss Phins is PG, guys. If you guys want your stuff to show, you gotta use PG words, but I'm not gonna lie, you made me laugh with that comment. Uh, oh, that was funny. So yeah. Only damage can be done from a throwing motion, not contact. We'll see. No, you're good, Cruz. You made me laugh. I think it's. I just wasn't expecting to read that. It's just that. It's just if you want to put it, you put the same comment, not the same words. You see what I mean? You can still. I'm sure you can convey the same message without saying that. That was funny. But look, actually, only damage can be done from a throw motion, not contact. God, look, Michael K. Injuries happen all the time, all the time. Okay, you know what? I want to play this game. How many games do you guys think that the Bills are gonna lose? How many more games do you guys honestly think the Bills could lose? And just to remind you guys, the Bills currently right now they have Browns this Sunday, then they got Lions on Thanksgiving, Patriots after, then they got Jets, Dolphins, Bears, Bengals, Patriots. I could see at least three more losses. At least. Oh my God, color. All of them. I love five. Oh my God, y'all are brutal. I wasn't even trying to do all that. I was legitimately asking you guys, like, how many? We got eight more games. They got eight more games. Out of those eight games, look, two more. I don't even know their schedule. My gut screamed two more. Yeah. I second color. Oh, Dublin going 0-4 out of the bye. Come on, man. No, we're not. Relax. It's okay. It's just cute. It's cute that you think that. Let's see here. Okay, so to be fair, like I told you guys, we got Browns, Lions, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, Bears, Bengals, Patriots. I already told you guys it's a automatic L against the Bengals, in my opinion, and I've said that in the offseason too. My second loss, the Browns. I really do think they're going to lose the Browns. And I think they're going to lose at least one of the Patriots games. One of the Patriots game, I think they're gonna lose, in my opinion. And then the other loss that I could see them having, Dolphins game. That's where my four losses come from. Bills will be 12-5, the same as Dolphins, and lose tiebreaker to Dolphins. Exactly. Oh, for 8. Guys, worst case scenario, they do lose all the games and they only end up winning one, two, three, four, five, six. Well, jeez, I can't even do the math for that. What is that? 6-11, right? 6-11. That's insane. First of all, a worst case scenario, if the Bills imploded that way, who's getting fired? Because somebody's getting cut, somebody's getting fired. Like it would just be. I mean, it'd be crazy. Texans by 10, Niners by 21, Chargers by 17, Bills by 24. It's cute that you think that. You've been saying that and losing, so keep with your. You just keep talking about how much we are gonna end up winning by. That means we're gonna blow out the Bills by 24 points, guys. You heard it here first from Michael K, the true Bills fan. Yep, appreciate it. Yeah, that's gonna be intense. Wouldn't it be epic if three AFC East teams make the playoffs and none are the Bills? That would be insane. Honestly, I mean, Bills not making the playoffs. Guess what? Listen, Michael K. And all Bills fans. Let's be honest. This is the NFL. It could happen. So please don't act like it can't never happen. Yes, there is a scenario where the Buffalo Bills don't make it and every other AFC East team makes it. I truly think it's going to be two AFC teams making it, the winner and then number two. But Bills not making the playoffs. This we already know what they're gonna do. They're gonna blame the weather. They're gonna blame injuries. Like no other team has gone through injuries. No other team has dealt with the weather. So yeah, it's Miss Finch. If the Bills don't make the playoffs, I bet they blame Ken Dorsey. Oh, again, anybody but the obvious. That would be absolutely hysterical. Miss Finch, if Buffalo loses out, we would laugh. No, wouldn't we? Yeah. Did you pin the link for a panel today? Yes, I said anybody that wants to come up could come up. Guys, the link for a panel, if you guys want, I don't do panels, but today I figured I'm feeling frothy. I said that like 10 minutes ago. If you want to come up for a few minutes, not too much, because, I gotta tap out. But, if you guys want to come up for a few, come up for a few. It's a few minutes. Talk about it. I don't mind. Obviously, guys, public service announcement, please keep it PG, as you guys know. Kids and prove enough. You see, Mr. Butler and Ava. Um, Again, shout out to Ava, just turning 14 this week. Happy birthday! Kids really do watch this show. They read the comment section. They watch the replay when they're at school. After school they watch the replay. So yeah, I want everybody to feel comfortable and and doing this. You know what I mean? And watching Miss Fins and I want parents to feel comfortable that their kids are watching Miss Fins and it's gonna be good, wholesome content. So yeah. Let's see here. See, this is another. Uh, Yeah, go ahead and take a look at this because I think this is going to be very, 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 very interesting. People say last 5 games, Dolphins have played defenses that were the bottom of the barrel participation trophy, right? What if it was the Bills winning those same games? Would they be saying that? Oh, Bills are dominating, blah, blah, blah. All these weaker teams, lesser. No, they wouldn't be calling that out. But again, the hateration is real towards the Dolphins, and that's why they have to. Oh, you only beat people. Okay, sure, sure. Morning, Kenna. Morning. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, good morning, Bob. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, you could say the literal exact same thing about the Bills. The teams you've beat have had bad defenses. Now what? Now what? Miss Fancy, the Bills are so good. Why haven't they won a Super Bowl in their history yet? Man, even the Jets have won at least one. Joe Namath. Yeah. I can't answer that question. It's the Bills are gonna see that they're unfortunately never gonna win a Super Bowl. This was their year, and they lost that, in my opinion. But things could turn around. They can go and beat. They can go and win every other week except week 15, and then be in the playoffs and contend and whatever, and then lose to the Dolphins in the AFC Championship. There you go. It's what it is. It's what it is. So let's see here, Miss Fins. What game will you be watching Sunday at 1 p.m.? So at 1 p.m. they have. Let me, let me pull up the 1 p.m. games. This is a game I want to see just because competition. But the 1 o'clock games, they got Chicago at Atlanta, Cleveland at Buffalo, they got Philly at Indy, they got Jets at New England, they got Rams at New Orleans, Detroit at Giants, Panthers at Baltimore, and then the Commanders at Houston. That's all the 1 o'clock games. The game I want to see, Cleveland at Buffalo, so that I can see the Browns win. But the game I think I'm gonna get is gonna end up being probably like Jets Patriots, because where I am, which I'm like, fine, I'll watch it. But if I can see on Fox the Detroit Giants game, I'll watch that game. I'll probably be watching between whatever they give me on CBS, which will probably be Jets and Patriots, and then I'll go back and forth between. Hopefully, I get the Jets, the Detroit Giants game because I want to see the Giants. They're my second team. Oh yeah, Pats versus Jets is gonna be good. I know. I just want to see them Buffalo lose. 561 has Jets and Pats. Yeah, we'll probably 954. We'll probably get Jets and Pats. So, oh geez, everything's falling. Yeah, so that'll probably be it. What I'll watch. Good morning, Sheriff McCochin. Sharif McCochin.
Morning, morning. Yeah, man. I'm about to my coaching today, man. How y'all doing? How you doing?
Good, good, good. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, no, we don't got a lot of minutes, but thank you for coming up. Much appreciated. Talk to me. What do you want to talk about
You
Dolphins
know,
chat
you
today?
come on now. You know how we do this. I wake up my Dolphins morning with Miss Phins. Come on, you know how. Now the guys, I think they overslept over they went into the night with TGIF. And then before that, they went into Batman. So I think most of the guys are still tired because they went into the night. So,
I couldn't stay
um,
up. I fell asleep. So
Yeah, yeah. But we have a lot of time on our hands in the bye week.
exactly, that's why I'm gonna be doing a stock up, stock down. I'm gonna be
Right,
doing a bunch of stuff. What's up, Lewis? Welcome. Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of different videos for you guys next week. So
But two things I want to talk about is
go
the
ahead.
blocking, and I love once again shout out to Applebaum and Perry for taking this unit, and you know we didn't have to spend another pick, right? We didn't have to spend another draft pick in this coming draft for a lineman, or we didn't have to go out and trade for a lineman. The coaches actually were good enough to have these guys fall right into place, right? So the lineman coaches must get credit because, um, yes, Tua did what he did with a trash line, but it just shows even more why the coaching staff last year didn't have a clue on how to get the guys blocking together. Um, and
Good
so
morning,
when
Andres. Good morning.
hey Andres, so when we see like blocking downfield by the wide receivers by Ingle, um, there was a run that Wilson sprung for 30 plus yards, and the only way that can happen is by Ingle chipping the defensive end so Teron could go to the second level and take on the linebacker. And Jeff Wilson ran right behind Armstead to the right, off to 30-yard plus. But it's things like that that I love, and it's very creative in football, right? When we listen to Vince Lombardi said this is the strong right run, and he designs it, no one has time for that. No, nobody really cares about. Let's look at the design for the strong right run or the toss right. Nobody cares about it, but it causes you to win games in the fourth quarter when you got to pound people, right? So that's what I love, the element that has come to the Dolphins. Your comment?
Yeah.
hmm
Right
Anything
now,
to add to that?
well, I'm so over. I like. I'm not gonna use comparisons between last year, this year, whatever. I'm trying to give them a fair shot this year with what
hmm
they're doing. So I'm not gonna discuss that. But as far as this year, I think it's gonna be good. I can't really fully, judge them on everything until I see the end result.
Right,
Um, to me personally, I have to say that this new O line really is what I'm exciting. We would have never known had people hadn't gotten unfortunately injured. We haven't had to move guys, but it takes time. People forget it takes time for an O line to mesh.
right.
And another two is gonna be, what do you call it? It's a twofer. Like I said earlier, it's gonna be Tua maneuvering that pocket and getting even more comfortable in maneuvering that pocket
hmm
and progressing in that, and the O line actually being able to move with Tua. So, and that's also does go into the coaching and making sure that the guys are in the right place and really honing that down in practice. So, I'm happy with what I see so far for sure.
Right. And
Yeah.
uh, I guess the my only other thing is the injuries, but and who's coming back? Are the Dolphins getting healthier going into this next 4 game stretch? And why do I say that? Because if we're a playoff team, I'm already thinking the first round. So, and if I'm thinking the first round with Justin Bethel, with Keon Crossan, if he comes back, and I gotta go in there with Iguanogamy, and I hope X doesn't tweak something. This is the first round, so so healthy on offense, healthy on special teams. We're basically crawling in with our crawl sticks on defense. And if that's the element that the Dolphins have on defense walking into the playoffs, I'm a little scared because I think Justin Bethel, Keon Crossan, basically what I'm harping to is please, Byron Jones, please. Just, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Please come
Have
back.
you heard anything about Byron Jones? Have
No,
you heard anything
man.
about Byron Jones?
I've heard
I
they've
have.
seen him during the games, like seeing him in street clothes. Like he's around the team, so it's not like a Kenny Stills situation where, I mean, not Kenny Stills, Fuller, where Fuller wasn't even around. Like I guess Flores asked him to leave, but it's not like Fuller. It's he's with the team and he's around here, but
Yeah,
yeah,
right now, from what I heard from somebody inside the actual um building is that the goal is to bring him for the Texans games after the bye. The problem is now he has a tweak in his hamstring, so that looks like he's gonna go ahead and actually, might take even a little bit longer. This is a problem though. If Byron Jones, I think he's seeing what we're doing, and he's seeing that hey, this is gonna be a pretty good team. He wants to get a contract so he can continue to stay here. This isn't the way for you to do that. You know what I
but he
mean?
has 3 years left on his deal this year, next year, in 2025.
He wants
Oof.
more money. I mean, it worked for X. Why can't it work for Byron? Which to me, it's like, bro, if you get a ring, you're gonna get all the money in the world. Like, what are we talking about when it comes
But he didn't.
to?
I can see X doing that because X was like, okay, you want me to tell you shut up, Flores? Here's 7 picks. Here's 9 picks the next year, right? So it's like Byron hasn't done nothing close to that to even say, I want to be macho man and demand. Like, sit down, bro. You haven't done nothing.
Um,
You've just been a really
yeah,
knocking
well,
down passes. You've been like maybe a here or there, saving a deep pass, flicking it away from the receiver here and there. You have not. You haven't done nothing much, bro.
and
You
that's the
haven't done
problem.
much. Hmm.
People think that he hasn't done much, but he actually has. I mean,
Well,
and,
gloving
and
the
this is
guy,
something.
and
But
not
the
picking
thing
it
is,
off. Hmm.
no, 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 because you saw how it was and the struggles we had without him. This is the reason why
Hmm.
X thus need somebody like Byron.
Hmm.
Byron is a shutdown corner. That's why teams didn't throw his way. That's why he
Hmm.
didn't get opportunities to get all these
I'm
picks
glad you said that because
because
it's some of us fans, and not me, but some of us fans will say, yes, he gloved him, but he didn't pick off anything. So for you to demand, already have a 3 years left, and you to demand, yes, you gloved everyone. Did you pick anything off? Did you pick up
But the
fumbles?
thing is,
So
if he's shutting down a whole half, Sharif, then teams are stuck having to throw the X, and it allows X to be more opportunistic to cut routes. Like, but without somebody locking down that side, guess what happens? What we're seeing right now, where teams are going against Bethel, or they're going against Keon Crossen or Noah Benogany, and these guys are getting burnt because again, they're
mhm,
not shut down corners like
mhm,
Byron, allowing the shots to be taken towards X's side. So it's in tandem. They work off each other, and that's why you need a lockdown corner like Byron to play with X because it'll allow X to get those targets so that
right.
he can go ahead and,
And
and,
so,
and get those opportunities.
and guys in the comments, what the case I'm making is, yes, we need Byron. He is a shutdown corner. The case I'm only making is that the clout that you built in the 2 years that you were here, X has the right after what he did to shut up Flo and get the contract that he wanted. And all I'm saying is, yes, half of that field, if that's all you did, you didn't pick up any fumbles, didn't pick anything off, didn't stop any drives. Um, you can't ask for another deal and you have 3 years left, Miss Vince. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, you can ask whatever you want. You're a grown man. You got your agent. You got your game tape. You can ask for whatever you want. A, but B,
And they're
guess
gonna
what?
ask you to
It,
probably
it,
restructure.
But fine, restructure. That doesn't matter. That's the whole point of negotiation. But think about this. Last year we went 1-7. Why? Because we were missing Byron for several games in the first half of the season, and we were missing X too. They
Yes.
working tandem. And this is what people don't understand. X can't be as free. That's why you don't see X getting all these picks this year because he doesn't have that shutdown corner
Right.
like Byron. He needs to have somebody like Byron. We don't have that guy yet because our guys are undrafted free agents. They're rookies. You can't expect more from them. You know what I mean? They're
Right.
doing good for where they're at in their career, which is just starting off. But you cannot tell me that just because he doesn't get picks, he's not being effective or can't demand money. You put Byron in any other team, and whoever's in that defense is gonna have the same results because we're lucky we got two really, really good corners in Byron and X. Most teams are lucky if they get one. This is why we were able to run the type of defense that we've been able to run because we had two really good corners. And right now, we don't have one of those. That's why we bending, not breaking. That's why we can't do the zero blitz all out, right? Because we can't shut down. And right now, we need the extra help with the guys that we have in our secondary. So, no, Byron, if he wants to get the contract, I understand. Get your money. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you cannot get me off the ledge um that is Byron is not needed. Like no,
Oh,
he's
he
earned
is
his
neat.
money. He's earned his money, and you can see why he's needed because it's taken 8 people to replace one guy. Tell
Mhm.
me you don't deserve your money. Tell me where I'm wrong with this. When it takes
Right.
8 other players to replace him, come on, man. Come on. It's not even
So
close.
so basically, to finish this up, X tells the Greer 2019, I need more. He says, okay, show us you can get it. Gives him seven. No, gives him nine, and then the next year gives him seven, and he gets his deal. So Byron is trying to now repeat what X is doing with enough clout to do it. I've locked down my side, and I just think that the Greer is gonna look at him and say, you see where I'm going with this.
I
Greer's
can't tell you
gonna
what Greer's gonna do because guess what? Greer has done some maneuverability that I haven't seen in a while, and props to him because he's known how to manage A people
and
and
shout
B
out to him
contract.
first
And
for asking
absolutely,
for more. Yeah,
I
because hey, get your money, but
I
you're,
can't tell him not to get his
hostage
money.
you're hostage us, you're hostage Sharif and Miss Fins. Don't hostage us because of that. Come back.
We're
We
not
work
in the place of we're dying right now without him. We've managed to survive and stay afloat.
right,
Now, in the second half, the stretch, we're gonna need him. Period. He knows this. Hence why he's asking for his money.
right, right.
But you know what? As a player, get your money. As a player, get your
Honestly,
money. But to be honest with you, the Dolphins, if we really are all in, pay the man.
mhm,
Restructure however we need to restructure. We'll restructure again later. Because at the end of the day, all that restructured money comes out of Stephen Ross's pocket, as it
right,
should. So I don't care. At this point, let's really go all in. Pay him his
right,
money, restructure his contract. Let's get him out on the field because guess what? We, unlike any other team, you cannot find me another team that has more depth in their secondary than the Dolphins, when our entire depth has had to work and actually
right,
play games this season, unlike every other team.
right.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
and so that means I'm good. Just let me know if you're good with this. X is 29,
mm,
31, and Byron is 27, 28, and he's 2 years younger than
yeah,
X. So that means Byron will be 30, and then we can start to think about moving. So in 2024, we're probably like done with the both of them. I'm good with that. Are you?
can I be honest with you? Can I be super honest with you?
Hmm.
We can be done with them now. We have the replacements. They know it. Hence why they want
Hmm.
their money.
Hmm.
We already
Good
have the
point.
replacement, and the replacements, guess what, are actually getting game time experience. You see what I mean? That's
Yeah.
probably why he's freaking out and trying to get his money now, but I can't blame him for that.
No.
But I will tell you this, he's going to miss his shot to actually still be impactful for the team if he doesn't get on the field. And that's on him. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And another thing to add to that, if he wants good tape in the first round of the playoffs, so week 17, week 16, he could get some awesome tape with an awesome team going into the playoffs.
Yep.
And if he wants to new deal with another team next year, that's going to be awesome tape he's going to put out there.
And that's what he needs to also figure. That's a business decision for him too, which is why I
Mhm.
say he's losing out on the time to put good enough tape on the field that if we do let him go, they're gonna be straight up with him and tell him, listen, we want to pay you, we can't. Obviously, you see what we're doing here. You want to be part of all of this awesomeness? Be part of all of this awesomeness. But it's gonna take a give and take. And that's when him and his agent will go, okay, look, I want to be part of it, but I also want to get paid. Take care of me. Boom. Here's an extra few millions we're gonna guarantee for you for these next couple of years, and then here's a nice signing bonus, and whatever, and that'll come off Stephen Ross's pocket, which I absolutely don't care. He's a billionaire. It is what it is. That's what you're there for. Cut the checks. And I'm with Clemente. I think X might retire as a Dolphin. If he's smart, he should. He's gonna go down as one of the best corners in our franchise history. So that's just my thing.
Yeah.
Now
I
I understand where Bowleg is coming from, but he's saying Bowleg is making his. I mean, Byron is making his stock fall. Yes, he is by not playing. But if he does take these 2 weeks to get his body right, get himself game day ready, and let his agent handle the contract situation, like you said, Sharif. Put in that game film on. Whether we leave him or not, or if he ends up staying, he's gonna have the tape to be able to get that nice contract. He wants his next contract because he knows it'll be his last. It's either
right.
gonna be with the Dolphins or it's gonna be with another team. He still needs gameplay. It's a business decision. I expect him to play.
Hmm.
But what
Hmm.
I'm hearing is it's just with this new tweaking of the hamstring, which it could be valid. It's just he still needs to play. You're never gonna get over injuries if you're not playing, because if you go
Right.
from 0 to 100, that's when major injuries happen. So he's
Right.
got to work his body towards actually getting to that game day ready.
And
So
what I find very refreshing, Miss Fins, is this preseason, I told fans I'm done with the tour talk, all of the fighting and the people like taking pictures of your family on Twitter, going after people's throats, YouTubers going after one another. I was done with that from preseason. What I find refreshing is the conversation with me and you just had. It's another position that we can actually talk about, right? It's wonderful. It's refreshing, man. I'm done. I don't go on Twitter. Anyone who follows me, I don't do that stuff, man. Like, I'm, I live in real life, and I try to be the person I am all through. So people gonna like I told Color before, Morning Color, and EM,
morning, brother.
they become the superstars. They didn't ask for it. They didn't ask to become the superstars they are, and so the hate will come with it out of the blue. And what you have to accept is you have to embrace the hate. You have to when people say that,
Superstar. What you talking about, Sharif? I'm a fraud, man. Don't you know? You ain't
No,
heard the
no, no,
word?
listen,
no. You're in Miss
no,
Fins.
listen,
You get your flowers and take them. Take your flowers,
listen,
okay?
listen. EM doesn't even have a channel. And the reason why he's become a phenomenon is because of his takes and standing on what he stood on and becoming right. And most of them, right? And so that's how you become a phenomenon. And guess what? You're gonna have the 50% of those people want your throat. And it comes, that's what comes with it. And for me, if they say 50% of the people think I'm the villain, but yet my takes make sense, then I'm not going to be replying to you on Facebook or Twitter or going after your parents and all of this stuff. I just think it's refreshing that it could talk about a Cameron Good who will replace Ogba. Cameron Good will be called up. Who, maybe
You
more
think we're
snaps.
calling him up?
I think someone said he was up. He played 10 snaps in the game
Oh,
Sunday.
oh,
So
that's
he's up. So this, and I just find it refreshing.
I'm gonna have to get me
Go,
on some all 22 today. I want to take a look at that.
mhm. Go ahead, color. Morning.
Oh,
Good
good
morning,
morning,
Color.
Sharif. Just want quick advice. You might want to blank your avatar. PG.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that. We're gonna put you down here,
I
sir.
tried to tell you in the chat, but
I didn't see that. We'll
just turn off the old avatar for a little bit, Sharif.
no. It's that's what you were saying. I
Oh,
read it,
that
but I was
that
like,
works too. Yeah, that works too. Right
yeah.
there, over underneath
There you
your
go.
little
There you
thing
go.
there. Yeah, that works better. There you
There you
go.
go.
But if it
Throw up
took
the
that
Vice
long
City
for
tour.
anybody to notice, I think you're all right, Miss
It was
Vince.
so tiny, I couldn't even see it. Like I wasn't even.
Exactly, which
That
means it's
that's
probably
that's the
okay.
hidden theme. That's the hidden theme for the Super Bowl run.
Hey, and guess what? It worked for the. Is anybody complaining about the Tampa Bay doing it? Anybody complaining about the Rams doing it? Because they both did it and they both won Super Bowls.
I know,
So at
right?
this
I
point,
know.
I'm ready to win a Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. And if
The
it
Miss
means,
Fins, did you catch that the play by play by Paul Allen for that Vikings beating Buffalo?
no, I didn't catch
Oh,
it.
it's epic. It's really good. I mean, it's not our guy, but it's still fun to watch. Some announcer get
Funny Trey.
excited like that.
Honestly, I think this is gonna be a fun. This is why I want to see the Browns game versus the Bills because I want to see how the bounce back, especially Nick Chubb more than anybody
That's
else,
I think
and
that's the Bills'
Jacoby.
worst. I think that's the Bills' worst problem is that the Browns are going to want to bounce back. And as we discussed
Exactly.
last night, they're not out of the division race yet by
No,
any
they're not.
stretch of the imagination.
And what's his name? And Watson comes back and really turns on those Jets, and they go on a tear.
Yep. I
They
mean,
they
given how
might
the rest of the
actually
teams in their division have played, they're not
they
out of
might
that
actually
race.
they
You
might
know,
actually take the division at the
Ravens
end
could
of that.
Ravens could drop a few games. Next thing you know, it's between the Browns and the Bengals, or you know, but
That'd be insane if that
and
that's the case.
they're
But if it
certainly
happens,
not out of the wild card race.
yeah.
Based on what that chart looks like now, with
Oh no,
all
no.
the
And I
three and
told you
five or
this.
4 and 5 teams,
It's gonna be. We already went through division winners, in my opinion. Even though the only one would be the Ravens, Bengals, and I guess Browns, seeing who ends up winning. But we know that more than likely it'll be the Ravens, in my opinion. At least for me. At this point, I would that second they might be the seventh seed at this point. You
right,
know,
right,
and if that's the case, then we'd be playing the Browns because we'd be
and
second.
no, Michael, I don't think the Bills have incentive. What the Bills have now is pressure. That's
Yes.
different than
The
incentive.
But see, the Bills have always had pressure because everybody said the Bills got to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Everybody said it. It's like, come
Well,
on.
I mean like
But
game pressure. Like they're used to everybody chasing them the past couple seasons. Now they're the ones that have to look up and say, "Oh, well, what happens if this person that beats this person and that person beats that person?" We
they
ain't the
could be
ones that have
lost.
to worry about that. All we got to do is beat who's in front of us, you know?
Patriots win and Bills lose. Bills are fourth in the division
Mm-hmm.
automatically.
Yep.
Automatically. So three losses were
Yeah. All
because
three
they.
losses were because they beat themselves. Well, that's what bad teams do. When we
Yeah,
were beating ourselves, y'all didn't say, well, you're a good team, but you're beating yourselves. No, you said bad teams beat themselves. That's what bad teams do.
exactly. And it's funny because again, our wins don't matter because we were playing trash teams, obviously. But if the Bills win, oh, dominating like always, da, 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 da,
Yep.
right?
And nobody's pointing out the fact that we have virtually the same schedule as the Bills. So this notion that we're beating bad teams and they're not, who are these teams you're talking about? Because they're all the same teams we're playing,
And
other
that's
than the conference out of conference game and the interconference game where it's based on ranking from the last year. That's the only difference. But other
yeah,
than that, you're playing everybody we played. And then sometimes you're getting to play those teams at home where we have to play them on the road.
yeah, that's another thing
For
too.
instance, the Browns. Well, we got to play them, you know, at home. But who do you get to play at home? You got to play the Vikings. We play the Vikings at home. But suffice it to say, we can look down your schedule and say, oh, look, They got this team at home. They got that team at home, and we got to play the same teams away. Like I think, who was it? There's a few of them. Every year it happens. It happened with the Patriots back in their dynasty too. Every single year, it's like, oh
Yeah.
well, we beat this team and you didn't. Well, yeah, you played them at home. The NFL made sure of it. You know, that's how it is. You start winning and the
And
NFL starts favoring you. And then all of a sudden, when you can't live up to that, you look at just as terrible as every other team.
This is the thing. Nobody's unbeatable. Tell that to the Chiefs who lost in the Super Bowl. Tell that to the Bills who lost in the AFC Championship. You can even say that to the Dolphins too. We've been there, done that. But
Oh, no, the
this is
NFL
the
did
thing.
make it halfway fair this year, Miss Fins. It looks like they're playing everybody in the same house that we played. So at least it's fair
Big
this year.
surprise. I'm stunned because you know them. So
Yeah, that's the big feather in your cap this year is the Chiefs. Congratulations. You got them on a bad night.
yeah. Oh, that's yeah. See, this is a problem. If you have a team that's good, they're supposed to be good. People have big expectations. When that team goes bad, think people everybody freaks out, right? But as far as the actual Bills themselves, and we weren't talking about you specifically, Michael K. In general, Bills fans is what we were referring to as far as what they say about the Dolphins or about wins or losses or whatever. Um, but this is the thing. Bills right now have the most pressure because they have the pressure of A, Josh Allen being the MVP. B, Bills are supposed to be the Super Bowl winners. And C, they just got back to back losses to teams who they would say, and you could, I guess, reasonably say, are inferior to them, you know? But at this point, there's only so much you're going to see from a team. And I'm seeing a lot of red flags for this team as far as the Bills, who, guess what? They might not be as hot towards the end of the season as most people projected. And they might not get to 12-5. They might end up being 11-6, be second in their own division. It is possible. And I get it. Be a fan, Hey, I'm a fan of the Dolphins. We're going to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But I can realistically also say it's not going to be easy. These are the matchups I'm worried about. Bills are just on another level. They're just drunk in love with with their team, and yeah, I don't know. They're not as strong. This is the thing. The Bills, you know about swords and medieval times and all that, obviously, because we love history. It's like we see a couple dings in the Bills' shield that's no longer protecting them, and you're seeing the mainstream media. They're not really talking about Allen as an MVP anymore. Just saying.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Minnesota ain't such a faux team now that they beat you too, right? All of a
Yeah,
sudden, oh
you
well, did Miami
legitimize.
beat themselves against the Vikings or did the Vikings beat Miami? Which one was it?
Yeah,
Because
well,
they beat
that
y'all
was a
too.
twofer. Yeah, that was a twofer. We definitely beat ourselves as part of it, but
And now the
but they
media
definitely.
ain't saying the Bills beat themselves. The media is saying, "Oh my gosh, the Vikings are the real deal." That's what they're saying because they're
Guess
looking at
what?
our offense and they're saying, "How the heck did the Vikings beat that?"
Guess what?
Don't matter who our quarterback was.
Exactly. We played with our third
Oh,
string
that's right.
quarterback.
We had a backup quarterback that wasn't even supposed to start the game, and you guys lost with your MVP.
Oh my God, that is so. I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Richard. Dolphins should start Tyler in the build because we already have the split guy cold weather experience. Yeah, it is so.
And you know what, Miss Fins? We get
That's
the whole
crazy.
thing of beating them 3 times out of the way. You know, we can have an excuse if we lose to them. Oh, as our backup. And then we get it out of the way so when the playoffs come, we don't have to get over that big hill of beating a team 3 times in the same season, which nobody can do.
And guess what? There's always a first time for everything. Just like nobody thought
Well,
that the
that's
Super
true,
Bowl
but I don't
champions
want
were
to be
going to
hanging
be.
my hat on one of the first times for
Me
everybody
neither.
thing. You know what I
Especially not
mean?
with the Dolphins. Especially not with the Dolphins. But you get what
Right.
I'm saying.
Although
Like,
nobody had gone undefeated before we did either. So, you know.
or
Oh, you know what
since.
else, Miss Fins? We are the first team in history, believe it or not. And I have already double checked that. And in case I didn't look over something, I should be right. We are the first team in history to go to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row.
Yeah, we are. And people
People
don't.
forget about
People forget that.
71. We lost in 71 against the Cowboys.
People and we didn't even lose that badly to them. We
Nope.
should have won.
Yep.
We should have won.
But
So
that was America's team that year. You know, the NFL rigging started long ago, people.
exactly. We, by the way, we were the first team to do a lot of things. First undefeated team, first team to go to back Super Bowls. Right now, minus the Patriots and the it's what the Patriots, the Steelers, and I think 49ers are the only teams above the Dolphins that have gone to the Super Bowl more. That's it. Or I think we might
Steelers.
be. I said that.
Oh, did you?
Besides the
Okay.
Patriots, Steelers, and 49ers, if I'm not mistaken, they're the only ones that have
By
gone to the Super
now, it
Bowl
could be
more.
Dallas. I think Dallas might have been to 5. Might have been to 6. I have to double check that, but
I'd have
they
to double
might
check
have done
that
6.
because I think they might be tied with us with five. But
You're probably right. I
but
trust your memory over mine.
but it could because I know I looked it up like a couple weeks ago. But even if we're tied or even if the Cowboys are in there, that's only five teams, guys.
Yeah, and we held.
You
Let's
guys
be
realize
honest.
that only
Until
five teams in the NFL have gone to five or more Super Bowls.
right,
Like,
and until the Steelers got to a Super Bowl with Bill Cowher, we had held the record of 5 appearances for most of my life.
and since that one, how many times have the Cowboys been to the Super Bowl? They haven't.
Since beating Buffalo 52-17,
They
I can't
haven't.
remember. I
I
don't think
can
they have.
remember them,
No.
which means that they are at what, four Super Bowls or just right at five
Hmm.
at most, and the Dolphins are right up there.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
was just looking for a reason to remind everybody that they beat the Bills 52-17.
I figured. But yeah, you see what I mean. So besides the Patriots, the Steelers, and I think at most 49ers, maybe not even Dolphins are up there when it comes to Super Bowl appearances. So, and like we've been talking about all off season, Dolphins go to Super Bowl this year and win, we'd be at 500. We'd be at 500 when it comes to Super Bowl win. We'll have a better. We'll put it to you this way: we'll have a better Super Bowl record than the Patriots, because Patriots have won. They've gone what 10 times, right? But they've only won 6 times. Okay, so they'll be at 600. So we'll have to win two, and then we'll have a better record than that. I'm okay with that. Bills in four Super Bowl in a row, lost all. Hey, Scott. Welcome, Scott. Good morning. I think it's the first time I've seen you. Welcome to Miss Phins. Much appreciated. Anybody ever go 32 and 2 in 2 seasons? No, actually, no. No, not at all, actually. I'm pretty sure only the Dolphins have done that. Yeah. If the Dolphins make the playoffs, they don't get past first round. Really? You think so, Michael K? I feel like the Dolphins are definitely getting past the first round. We have the depth, unlike teams. Like you don't.
Dallas has been to 8 Super Bowls.
Okay, so see. Okay, so yeah. So there you go. I knew there was somebody else, but not the 49ers, right? Did I get them mixed up?
49ers, we got, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're tied with us.
Yeah, 5. And their 5th one was the one with Kaepernick.
Okay. So yeah, so then I got 49ers and Cowboys mixed up. So there you go. So
Oh,
the
wait, no, wait,
49ers are
yeah.
tied with us.
I thought they lost that game with Kaepernick. No.
They did because he didn't win a Super
Oh
Bowl.
wait, there's a further list. I didn't see it further down. So no, San Fran's been to 6.
Okay. Regardless, it's only what, five teams anyways.
Right.
Patriots, Steelers, Cowboys, Niners, us. There's no other team with five or more Super Bowls. There might be another team that has five that's gone to five.
No, because then you got the Bills with 4 and you got Minnesota with
That's it.
4.
Then it's us.
Maybe Denver, because Denver, I think, had 4 before Elway went.
Are you sure?
I'll count
Maybe.
real quick.
Maybe. And I know Elway won too. So
Because they had already been to 4 and
then yeah.
lost 4. Let's see.
So that'll be six.
1,
Six, which is the top 25% of the league.
2,
And guess what?
3,
You don't have teams. Only six teams in the league
4,
have more
5,
than one, multiple Super Bowls. That would be
6.
Patriots, Steelers, same
Yeah,
teams we're talking about, people.
the Peyton
49ers,
Manning
all that
one
good.
was number 6.
Okay. Yeah. Super Bowl 50. I remember that.
No, number 7. The Peyton Manning loss was number 6. The Peyton Manning win was number 7 for Denver.
All right. Cool. So there you go. Six teams. Six teams. That is literally the top 25% of the league. And Dolphins are right there.
Yeah, I lost count on the Patriots, Richard. Something right around 8 somewhere. We'll
What?
call it 8.
For what?
The Patriots.
The Patriots have been to 10 Super Bowls.
10? Oh, yeah, I forgot about 85 was one of them. Yeah, they lost.
Yeah. They lost. And the
Right.
only reason, because remember, they won six,
So they're 9
but
and 1 or 8 and
they
2?
Brady with the Patriots has gone to 8 Super Bowls. Brady with the Patriots.
And they only
He lost two.
won 6, so
He
they've
lost
got
three. He lost
right.
three
Oh, he lost 3.
because he lost twice to the Giants and one to the Phillies.
Right, and then they
They won
lost to
six.
right.
And then they
And
lost
so they're
again.
6 and 4 in the Super Bowl.
They're 6-4 in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's why
Right.
they've gone to 10.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I said bats have gone to 10. I don't know about 11, but I know I saw 10 when I was reading it. Maybe it was 11. I don't know. But I
It would
saw
have had to be one before the Bears at some
probably,
point that we're
but
forgetting.
the only time that I can think of that I saw was 10 for, um, well, you might be right. You might be right because if it's 9 with Brady and you add that extra one that you're just talking about, yeah. So, man, I mean, these are teams, legendary teams, and the Dolphins are right up there too. You know what I mean? And never in the history of a franchise, out of all major franchises, has a team gone to the championship 4 straight times and lost 4 straight either, except once. But other than that, I don't think that's happened in any other sport. And I'm talking the major sports. You know what I mean? No team has gone 4 straight times to the championship and lost all 4 times.
I mean,
That's
there's
crazy.
really only 2 historically better teams than us when you talk about Super Bowls in general, and that's
Steelers
the
and Patriots.
Steelers and the Patriots
That's
and
what I
Denver.
said. Yeah,
We'll
and that's
we'll
crazy.
give Denver too because they got 2 of them, but they got 8 appearances. So
Yeah, I'll
you
give it
know,
to them. I'll give it to them.
or 3. They got three championships, all for Mike Shanahan. So yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll say Denver, Steelers, and Patriots. Those are the only
yeah. And
fellow
then us.
kings,
And then us.
fellow kings with us.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say the Niners, because of
I'm talking about
Montana.
in the AFC. I
Oh,
meant,
in the AFC, then
yeah,
yeah. Then
yeah.
nobody.
And
Just
you
those
could
Patriots.
honestly call maybe the Chiefs. I forgot to count theirs, but
Chiefs haven't, no, Chiefs
at the
haven't.
same time, you got to put the Chiefs up with the Kings because they literally like are responsible for the AFL. Like, you know, their owner was the founder of the AFL. So like none of these AFC teams exist without Lamar Hunt. So we got to let Chiefs up in that group too. You know what I mean?
Behind us.
But if anybody's going to be the emperor, it's going to be the Patriots. It ain't going to be nobody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's
But
all
we're
thanks
all
to
kings. And I tell you who's not,
yeah.
the Buffalo Bills. That's who ain't a king.
Chiefs have 2 wins and 4 appearances. See, so they're behind us. But at least they got 2 out of 4.
Mhm.
Much better.
And they
Much
also went to the first 2 ever, I think.
Did they?
At least the first
I
one.
know Packers
Yeah, I thought it was Packers and Chiefs for the first two. Hold on a second. It might be 1-3. Uh,
We'll see.
I'm
11
pulling it up right now. Yeah, it
crazy
was
here. Yeah.
Green Bay, Kansas City in the first one, Green Bay, Oakland in the second, Jets in Baltimore in the third, and Kansas City, Minnesota in the fourth. So they had 1-4.
Not bad. That's not bad. But look, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Sharif, give me your final thoughts, cause oh man, and of course, right when I'm trying to wrap it up, look who shows up. What's up, Estefan? Estefan, you here?
What's up,
We can't hear you.
Jolie? We just
How you
getting
doing?
started. I'm barely making my coffee. What happened?
We're just discussing how the Dolphins are better than everybody else. Period.
Pretty
Honestly,
much, like
yeah,
always.
and how the Bills are overrated. Pretty
Hey,
much.
I'm just
Pooping
making my
on a
coffee
Bills
right now.
fan.
We need to extend this for another half hour.
What?
So
Hey
I don't know
man,
where you
listen.
thought you were going, Jolie. You
I
ain't
will
going
work.
nowhere.
What the
Call
He's
in.
going call in. I
Should
can't.
do him call in.
Yeah, we're
She
talking
calls
about
up her
serious
boss
shit
is like,
here.
"Yo,
Yeah,
Esther told
right,
me to
man.
call in."
That's right.
Listen, I'm very grateful for you guys' donations and stuff,
Her
but
boss probably
I'm
knows you,
telling you
Esther.
right
She's
now,
probably like, all right, you can take off today."
y'all are killing me. Like this is gonna really, I gotta pay bills. I'm a working woman, so yeah. So
Nah,
unless
I
y'all
hear
want to
you,
give me
Jolie.
$1 million, yeah. But
Well,
I'll
I'm
donate
give
the
it to you.
Cash App. If
I
we
give it
get
to
I
Miss Fins up to $200 today, then she probably can take off the rest of the day.
you.
just
Actually,
like
yeah.
Miss Fence because she ain't a homer, man. So I get down with that. So
I love my
I get
team, but I'm gonna keep it
you gotta
honest.
you gotta be able to criticize with the stuff that they ain't doing right, especially well now it's looking good, but I mean how long has it been since it's looked good? I mean,
I got you, Estefan. The only problem is it gets kind of boring talking about the kicker all day.
Yeah, but
yeah,
he's not as bad as most people think. It's just it looks bad
I
in the
know.
times that he's
There's
done,
got to be
the
something going
misses.
on, Miss Fins, that's going to
it's
be
a
corrected. I mean,
it's mental.
you
It
don't
It's
just
is.
mental
He's
forget
because
how
got to
to
be
be an
improved.
NFL kicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I
if you look
say
at,
I say the
go ahead.
World Cup's about to start. There's plenty of people that play soccer down south the border in Mexico. Just go get you one of them kids with a good leg, and I guarantee I know them kids can make those kicks, man. So I've seen girls that kick, that are soccer players that kick pretty good field goals. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So come on now, it can't be that hard. Get us somebody this guy because he's missing extra points,
Well, I
and it
heard
doesn't matter
actually
what hash they put it on. He's missing them anyway. So
we
I
I heard that we actually have reached out to two kickers
wonder who they.
to bring them in for tryouts, but we'll see what comes about it. We'll see. But I think that's gonna be very interesting. I still wouldn't get rid of what's his name of Sanders. He just needs to get out of his own way. That's it. Get out of his
No,
own
you
head.
know what,
It's fine.
Jolie? He was doing this last year though. No, he's got to go. Last year, wouldn't he? Didn't he get the contract last year?
But
Well,
last year
well,
we knew what
Esther,
was wrong.
last year
Last year.
we remember we that was the whole reason we switched out our punter because partly was that we thought maybe there was an issue with the holder,
Holding, yeah.
and now it's like you got Morstead in there. I don't know. It's not that I don't think it's that a guy's a bad holder. I think maybe Jason Sanders is a type of kicker that needs a particular hold, and that's not a good thing either. It's like when are you going to find that guy? You know, I mean that could be anybody. That's like, oh well, let's keep trying guys holding the football for you till you get your groove back. And that ain't going to happen.
No,
You
see,
know
this kicker's problems. He's not seeing all three levels of the field.
exactly.
I'm joking, man. It's the same stuff we were
I hear
talking
you, but
about too.
but you
No,
know what,
it's
Esther? I mean, I watched him in training camp, bro.
You're right.
He's putting I mean, in training camp, they had this like, you know, they make it even more narrow for the kicker. Like they have this little square in the middle of the uprights, and they like try to put it into that square. And he's nailing it from over 50 yards all day long. I'm sitting there watching the guy, dude, and it's like, what the heck, you know?
yeah, man. When you go to professional games, especially like if you go to Dallas Stadium, like you see them guys making them from like the 25-yard line on the other side.
Right, and
You know
he's
what
putting him in the square like he's out there playing basketball with his foot at 50 yards. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like now I'm looking at him like, who is this guy?
In practice, pregame, yeah.
Guys, I still don't want to get rid of Sanders. I still feel like he can do it. He's gonna have to take this 2 weeks to wear out his leg. And I mean like wear out his leg. And I'm talking not just him, the whole the holder, the snapper, all three of them need to spend this entire week and next week in just snapping and kicking at different scenarios, different levels. And until he makes like 40 in each one, each hash and each distance, each he can't stop. He needs to continue. He
You're
needs
right,
to
Miss Fins. I mean, if it takes sitting
that's
him, all 2 hours of practice kicking field goals. Hey, I watched at training camp. I did notice one thing is Morstead's practice day usually consists about an hour and a half of walking laps around the practice field. If he is Sanders' holder, why can't that time be spent kicking field goals
And you know
with your
what? I
kicker?
know that they wanna keep the practices short and whatever. Nah, not for the kickers. You're kicking. Relax. You're not hitting. You're not getting hit like this. The snapper, the holder, and the kicker need to be there for 4, 5, 6 hours and do nothing but kicks. And you gotta do it indoors. You gotta do it outdoors. You gotta do it in both hashes. You gotta do it the 20, 30, 40, 50. You have to do that. And until you consistently get right down the middle on every single spot, at
Mm-hmm.
least 30 to 40 made back to back to back to back, you're not moving to the next spot.
Yep,
Period.
and I could even drive the point home further. I saw a picture of on floating around on Twitter yesterday of Morstead sitting on the bench, like sleeping practically, as if to say it was a joke, as if to say, "Look, our offense is so good that our punter is bored and falling asleep." Right? And I'm thinking, okay,
That's
well, the kicker kick like practice kicks on the sideline into the net, right? And he uses that little, holder.
yeah.
Well, if you've got issues with kicking and you're going to be blaming the holder, why isn't Morstead standing down there in front of the net, putting it on the ground, holding it for him instead of him setting it
Thank
up with the
you.
little auto holder? You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Now
That's
he's sleeping
exactly
on
what
the
it needs.
bench, and we've got problems with our kicking team because you can blame it on Sanders, but ultimately it's a team.
It's
It's
the
a kicking
team.
team.
If the holder's not there, which is what the issue we had last year, they took away the holder, hence the issues that we had.
And now our holder is sleeping on the sidelines during the game. So, I mean, I ain't ready to blame it all on Sanders, but he is the kicker, and his foot is the one that goes into the ball and has
Can
been missing kicks. So,
if I
who
can
else
add
do
I
you
to
don't
that,
blame?
know.
Noah?
You know,
I
If I can,
I
if
gotta
I can
say,
add to that
I
real
feel
quick.
for these coaches. I don't want to touch that with the 10-foot pole. What's going on with that kicker? Because
I know, right?
because
Because
I see y'all's side of the story, but I also see where it's like like you got to cut your losses maybe, or if
Sure,
you don't cut
Estefan,
your
because you
losses.
ultimately you get paid to do one thing, and that's kick the football between the uprights, and you're not
I
doing
don't
it,
know,
no
see,
matter
man.
what
see,
the
but
excuses are.
my thing is this, Estefan. We blame Matt Hawk, right? Last year for the holding. You can't blame Morstead again this year, right?
Well,
Something
you
is
can if
wrong.
he's sleeping on the bench, Sharif.
No, I mean holding the kicks. We blame Matt Hawk. He's the holder. The punter is the holder. We
I,
blamed
I,
Matt
I
Hawk.
get it, Sharif, but you're talking about now we don't
Can't blame
blame a guy
Morstead.
who's been caught sleeping on the bench during the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, but to be, you just can't blame a new punter in Morstead for holding bad holds to make
I
it a
agree.
bad
I
kick.
agree. I'm
We
holding on
blame
by a
that on
thread,
Matt Hawk,
Sharif.
and
I'm
Matt
holding
Hawk
on
is
by a thread.
gone.
I've been Sanders' biggest, like supporter, like, hey, give him another chance. And I just can't go with him. I can't keep
So if we
going with him
bring in
much
another
longer. At some
punter
point I
to
gotta
be a
be like,
better
Well,
holder,
you
is
I
know,
that
don't
going to
know. I
make a
mean,
difference if we bring in a new punter who's a better holder of the kick?
no.
No,
That's my point.
they need to
Exactly.
practice
It's
together.
Sanders.
Is
It has
my
to be
point.
Sanders.
They need to
Right. It has to
practice
be him.
together. They
you
need
know
to
why I don't want to
practice
touch that?
together.
You
But
know,
go
I don't want
ahead.
to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I don't know. Sometimes kickers just snap out of it. Nick Folk was making missing kicks, and all of a sudden he's at the Patriots and he's making field goals. He was missing plenty of kicks before he went to them. So I don't know. I don't understand kickers. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. It's a mess. So that sucks to go down there and you can't and you missing extra points.
I
It doesn't
think a
give you
lot of people forget that no matter how good they can be, it's still an oblong shaped ball. That's who knows what's going to happen when it hits the air. You know what I mean? I know I hate to say that because of so many consistent kicks, every day that happen, but it's like, it is an egg shaped ball.
I say do this. Go into the Houston game, blow them out, and do as many kicks as you can, as many
Right.
field goal tries as you can in that game, if
Well,
they're
he's
not a
missing
threat to
extra
beat you.
points. He's missing extra points, so the number of touchdowns should actually help as to he'll get the practice.
Touchdowns, field goals.
He's doing halfway all right on regular field goals. It's just except for the short ones.
But again, I'm gonna go back to exactly what I said before. The whole unit has to practice together, not him and some stick, because the stick is gonna hold it perfectly. But we're dealing with humans. If you're not having the holder there, if you're not having the snapper there, do it all together as a fluid motion a million times together, you're not gonna see the consistency you see and that you need. And it's not going to give him the feedback that he needs to know, okay, I need to adjust this. Let me do that, see how that works. Because it's like fine tuning a car. Like you can't just automatically just do whatever you like. You have to
Actually,
take
better
your time,
analogy would be
you
a
know?
golf swing. It literally
And
is a
I know
golf
it's just
swing with your
golfing, like my
leg.
forearms hurt. But yes, when you're golfing, you need to do about 100, 200, 300 with whatever club and distance you're looking to do. And if it's not working, then you just slightly adjust. See, okay, am I closing my face so that way I can get a straighter shot? Or am I opening my stance too much and not allowing the swing to happen properly? So yes, a lot of it is gonna be on repetition. So if we want him to be repetitive and actually to do his job, we're gonna need him to know what is wrong. But he can't do that if it's always that little holder plastic thingy and not an actual human in because that's how you simulate real life games. The snapper, the holder, the kicker. That's the only way for him to get that feedback that he
Yeah, I
needs.
mean, think about the Ravens game. He kicked 6 extra points, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we
And you know
scored
what?
6 touchdowns that day,
And guess
and
what?
we ended with 42 points. So he made every single one of those 6 extra points. What
And
was
again,
good that day? Go look at that film, and whatever you were doing with your body that day, just do that.
you're
And
making
like
me want
Miss
to go.
Finn says, get practicing on it and get your muscle memory with whatever you were doing the Ravens game, because you made all 6 field goals, all 6 extra
I want
points.
to ask you this
Exactly.
though, Colin. Um, Garen and right, preseason, I picked the Dolphins to go 4-0, and I used context behind it. But due to the injury, right, they still gave Tua the loss against Cincinnati. He didn't finish the game.
Right.
I think
Yeah, you were right. It was the virtue of going 4-0. I think you're right about that. We still had
let's
the
be
virtue
honest.
of going 4-0.
And this may sound like a hot take, but color, does this kid lose a game again?
I mean, I'm
Who?
not.
Who?
Bro, other than
Who?
resting
Tua?
possibilities or losing to
Tua doesn't
Buffalo
lose
because we
again.
understand that you can't beat them 3 times in the same season. I mean, I honestly believe, 100% believe that we could win out. We have the ability
He
to win
hasn't
out. And if we
lost
execute the way we've
since
been
Tennessee.
executing, we should do it.
He hasn't lost since Tennessee, and that makes him 15-1.
Technically, you're
But the
correct.
thing is,
Well, no, I'm sorry. Technically, you're incorrect, but virtually, you're correct.
I'm sorry, yeah, 15-2 because of the Cincinnati loss, and he didn't finish the game.
Right. But
So,
again, I get what you're saying,
I,
and
I don't think I don't think this kid he's healthy. His hip is fine. I don't think he loses, man. What your guys take?
I don't think we lose.
It's a team. I was just you stole the words right out of my mouth. It's a
Yeah,
team game.
yeah, as
Because
a
I
team,
wanted
of
to
course.
correct
But
you a
As
little
a
bit,
team,
Sharif.
with him
We
behind the helm,
we are 15-2
I
since
think with this
Tennessee.
tiger in his eye tour, I don't think we lose another game. This is the tiger, we El Capitano.
I'm not jumping that ship. I'm not gonna say all that. What I will say is that right now, if we continue to be consistent, if Tua continues to be consistent and playing at consistently high level, then I think that this team has a possibility of taking it 1 week at a time, match up with their opponent, and then exploit whatever their weaknesses are, so we can maximize the number of points we score on
Right.
Okay.
offense
Well, I'm
and
And
gonna
then to
allow
be
our
stand on
honest
it.
with you,
defense to maintain
Yeah,
that other
I'm
opposing
gonna
team.
stand on it,
and
Miss
real quick,
Finn.
Sharif, if we execute a game on all phases like we did last week against the Browns, we can beat anybody. And now that you may say, well, the Browns are a weaker opponent. What I'm saying is, yeah, some of those wins might be only by 3 points, but we can beat anybody if we execute and play the way we did last Sunday.
Right. I don't
Hey,
want to
real
use
quick,
the.
guys. Hold up, Sharif, real quick.
Go ahead.
Uh, Good morning, Bobby. How you doing, Bobby? This is the Finns Talk Sports Network. Everybody say hello to
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby.
Hey, good
Amazing,
morning,
amazing
Bobby.
content over there. Different channel, different shows that you have over there. Bobby's amazing, great content, guys. Do me a favor, please go and subscribe. Let's get them to 1,000 subscribers. Because I'm telling you right now, one of the biggest Misfit supporters, and is always having me over there, and really just shouting out the show. So thank you, Bobby, for coming through this morning. Really do appreciate it, for
Yep.
sure.
Good to see you, Bobby.
Um, hmm
Good.
but go ahead, Sharif. Go ahead, because I know you were
Yeah.
saying something.
So, I just feel like, uh, with the deep, and I don't want to use the ifs because I can say if we minimize our penalties like we're doing, and if the defense just plays even 75% of what they did, we'll be undefeated. Since he's come back, but I think this kid has, to me, he probably last year he probably was like a second rounder. And I'm using that because I'm going to show you how I think he's grown. I think he's evolved to that fifth overall pick. And for me, you can't beat this kid anymore.
Dang,
He's
already,
healthy.
Sharif?
He's
Already?
healthy. He's healthy.
Man,
You can't beat this kid. Not
pump the
this year.
I'm
brakes.
not ready. I'm
Pump the
not ready
brakes.
to give him that.
I'm going to stand on it.
Still
Come for
needs
me.
that
I'm not
I'm
giving
signature
that
40.
win,
because
Sharif. He
Come
still
for
no,
me.
needs,
I'm
stand on
40.
it.
bro.
Stand on it.
Bro, if
Support.
we do what we did to the Browns to Buffalo or to KC, then you're speaking my language.
Yeah, I think he still got to have that moment against in a pressure situation.
What coach said that, by the way? Come for me. I'm 40.
Like Burrow. I mean, it's
Okay.
okay. You go into three straight playoff. Is it three straight playoff games and go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like I gotta see. Like it's not, man. I don't know. For me as a Dolphin fan, it's not what you do in the regular season. It's what you do in September, November. At the end of September, November, and eventually into the playoffs. Like we got to get to the playoffs. We got to see what this looks like in the playoffs, in my opinion. Like
I
I got to be honest, beating the Browns, Lions, and Bears, who aren't playoff teams, even though they can present challenges that make your offense better because you get the reps, that doesn't mean that you have you've made yourself a legitimate, franchise quarterback in my eyes. Like we still have to see it, like at the end, like teams at the beginning of the season aren't themselves, nor the middle of the season. Teams are their true identity more down the stretch, especially playoff teams. Like
I understand.
I want to see us challenged towards the end of the schedule going into the playoffs and
I
see how,
understand. And
because
guess
those are
what?
more pressure packed games, and I want to
And guess
see
what,
all these.
Estefan?
And
I
I'm
think
not
this
saying I
team.
want to see them to fail, but I'm just saying I don't want to give it to them right away. Like I just want to see,
I
like
get
there
you,
might be
Estefan.
something there that we don't like, you know.
I get you. But I
see.
think this team has grown to the point to where McDaniel said is if you do this script and we finish the game by third quarter, hey Skyler, you want to play again? And my over under on Skyler playing again is over 1.5.
Oh, I think he's gonna definitely play. But this is my thing. Um, I refuse to do a disservice to Tua and not allow him to show me 3 full years of finish the year. We're halfway through the year, guys. We don't know what's gonna happen in the second half. We don't know what's gonna happen in the playoffs. I can comfortably say that this team will be in the playoffs as of now, where we stand. Now,
You know,
obviously, everything can go crappy and whatever, but and miss it out. But no, I feel very confident when I say the Miami Dolphins will be in the playoffs. Where we end up in the playoffs, what position, that's determined based on the games. But as far as Tua, to me, I cannot crown him right now because I
I'm
want
not
to give
trying.
him
What
the
I'm saying
opportunity.
is,
Oh,
I guess
Sharif,
what
let
I'm.
me finish. Let me
Mm,
finish. I want to give him the opportunity to show me everything he's got because then I'll be able to give him my best evaluation on the last 3 years. You know what I mean? Because that's what I've asked for Tua, for him to be consistently good every single week after week after week. And so far, he's doing it. I can tell you right now, Tua has given me 3 full games. The type of blowout, which I think is what Esther was saying, is if Tua gives me 4 quarters of what the last quarter in the Ravens game was, and have be that high explosive in 4 quarters in one game, that'll be where I would say, okay, that this game is going to outweigh a lot of the other games where
and
he
all
wasn't
due
good.
respect to all Dolphin fans, that is why I was done with the Tua conversation from the preseason, because people still have a checklist that they think, and it's respectfully so, because like Big O said, the people who move the goalposts is who he's going after, and the people who said, "Well, I need more time. I need to see more." That's Miss Fins. I need to see more too. But guess what? From what I've seen, and the thing about it is, we've made our early mistakes, like jumping off sides, veterans making dumb penalties. I think that those mistakes are past us now, and because they're past us, and Tua is now even evolving into this playbook more. For me, you can't be. I don't think you can beat this team anymore. And not only
And
I've
that.
you're
look,
entitled to
man.
your
I've
opinion, Sharif, but I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. Don't tell me how to be a fan and how to make my
No,
own
no, no, no. I
evaluation.
will not.
No,
I
no,
just
no,
not.
because you're
I
literally
just
just
giving
saying that
context
I
behind.
need to have, like, my evaluation doesn't matter because I don't have blind faith, essentially, is what I'm getting from what you're saying. No,
Mm.
I take time to evaluate, and
On
I'm not
that
going to
note,
just
Miss
jump.
Fins, I'm actually almost
I'm just going
there.
to jump on it. So,
We got after the Texans, we got a huge road stretch coming up.
mhm.
All three really decent teams. All three think they're contenders. You know what I mean? I'm almost there. I mean, look, if we come out of that road stretch 2-1, or even if we're 1-2, but one of those games, it was an all-out performance and we just lost. I'm pretty much there after that, Miss Fins. If
And
it
again,
doesn't go that way, then I'm still on the fence till the end of the season. You know what I mean? But I
I get where
mean,
you're coming from, Color.
that's
I
just
get
for
where you're
me.
coming
That's
from,
just for
Sharif,
me.
and that's for you. For me, I want to see the full picture. I don't
Sure,
take little bits and pieces and make this
sure,
whole story out of 2 things. No, I want to
I'm
see the
sure.
sorry
whole
if
picture.
that's how it
There's
sounded.
just
That's
a
what I
few
want to
things
see, the
left,
whole
Miss Vince.
picture.
There's just a few things that left on my checklist in my personal evaluation. There's a few things on my checklist that can be pretty much checked off in that 3 game stretch of road games. You know what I mean?
Could I be honest with you?
In my
He's already
opinion,
checked off 99% of what I've
right?
asked from him.
Exactly,
So for
exactly.
me, I don't really have a checklist for Tua.
And the
There
one,
really
right?
is
And
no
the one
checklist.
is
I just
injuries,
want to
but
see
we
what
can
he
never
has
know
for
that.
this entire rest of the season. I need to see a full season from him. That's what I need to see.
Well, let
Me
me
And I'm
too.
not
ask you this
backing up
though,
or
Miss
not. I
Vince.
need
Let
to
me
see a
ask you
full,
this:
and we still didn't get there.
if we come out of that stretch 3-0, is your confidence level to the point where you're pretty sure you know what you're going to see towards the rest of the
And
season?
I wish people watched my show because I already said that after the first 3 games that we played, I'm good giving Tua an extra year
Right,
as a
right. I
Dolphin.
got you. I got you. That's
And
what I mean.
and
That's what I
and
mean.
I've already said that he gives me this type of play consistently, and I'm good riding with Tua for the
See,
next couple of
Right,
years.
people are
right,
gonna
right.
But what
people
I
gonna
need
call
to
me a
see,
two and air, Miss Vince. You know why? Because last year, Color, remember, I said Tua would be the MVP, and I said that, and he
But you,
wasn't
and that's
you're
obviously.
wrong.
great.
You're still
I
going to
said
be
that.
wrong, but that's okay. At least he's
Now
in the
he's
Yeah,
conversation. You
now
were right
Yeah,
about.
he's
You
in the
were right
right.
that
So I'm
conversation.
part.
not
He's
bringing
in the
receipts
conversation.
for people. I'm not bringing receipts. All I'm saying is, to me, it was infighting. And I'm sorry I have to go down this road. The infighting and the vitriol hate between our fan base. I was rats off a ship off the Tua argument. That's why specifically. And so I am done with that. But for me, I think that the penalties are down. Applebaum has done a fantastic job with this blocking. Shell has exceeded, which has caused Tua to grow to the fifth round, fifth overall level that we expected. And
I
because of
don't
that,
know, man. I'm with Miss Fins on that. I'm
yeah,
not ready to say
and
that yet.
so right, and so he's risen to the fifth overall. But what I'm needing to see now is, okay, if I called it 4-0 out of the gate, he got hurt in the Cincinnati game. I am sticking to my guns. This guy is hot right now, and we won't lose a game with him being hot.
And
That's
that's
fair
great.
enough.
That's your analysis. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And I
I
actually
don't
said,
disagree with that.
and I literally said Monday, I think it was Monday, if not last week, that the way that, or it might have been Monday, the way that the Dolphins are playing, I can see how we can beat every other team. I'm not even afraid of any other team. The only team I'm concerned about is the 49ers. I'm not even concerned about the Bills anymore. I'm more concerned about the 49ers because they got CMC
And
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 they're a
and why?
completely different team.
But why is
They're a
France saying
completely
that
different team.
defense? Why is France saying that? Remember now,
What do you
on
mean that
six,
fans are saying
but
that?
on
Because
six,
I'm my own
I'm
fan,
giving you the
Sharif.
data. On 61 snaps,
That's
Garoppolo was.
great. That's
But
great.
no, this
And
is the
they're
last
still a
time we
different
played them
team.
with Kittle and with
They're
McDaniel.
a
And I'm
different
telling you,
team, Sharif. I'm
it's
not
not
saying
gonna
we're losing the
change. The
game.
zero blitz is gonna hurt them. What's
I
gonna
literally did.
change?
I've picked the Dolphins to win every single game this season. I'm
But
not
what's gonna
saying we're
change
losing the
against San
game.
Fran? That's my. What's gonna change against San
I
Fran, Mister?
literally just said it and you're not listening. I
Oh,
said that CMC, they look like a different team with him.
which no.
Okay, yes,
Kittle's
they
gonna get the
do.
same Eric
And
Rowe.
again, to my eyeballs, they look like a different team. And for me, Miss Fins, that's the only team that I'm like, it's gonna be
No,
tough.
they don't scare
I'm
me.
not saying we're losing that game,
Hmm.
but I can see if we do lose it, okay, I understand
I
why.
just see the same Eric Rowe covering Kittle, the same zero blitz, the same problems with
And that's
Garoppolo.
great. And
Why do
that's
I see
wonderful.
different? And that's what we did.
Because you're your own person. I'm not Sharif.
Okay,
I'm Miss Fins.
okay,
What,
respect.
and again, and this is why I go back. I can't tell you how to be a fan and how to you make your analysis. You can't tell me how to make my own analysis. It's my own analysis based on what I'm seeing here and there, and based on the opposing teams, and seeing, okay, well, this is what I see
I gotta
overall.
be I gotta be honest, Jolie. Like,
Like,
you know how you're giving your opinion about, and Sharif's giving his. I gotta give mine. I respect the teams on our schedule, even the lesser teams, because it's the NFL.
any given
And the thing
Sunday.
that I'm concerned with is not really anything. If there's stuff we can shore off on our end, I like our chances to get against everybody. The one thing that I would like to see is that pass rush start to morph and evolve and get better
Oh, we
week
haven't
by
even.
week
Oh
because
my
it would help out our
God.
secondary. If we do that, then we on both sides of the ball, we bring something to the
Oh,
A
table, and
thousand
then
percent.
I really,
it's
and then I
I
becoming
can
the
honestly
NASCAR
say
pass
I
rush.
don't, I really don't. I like the way we match up against anybody, even the Chiefs. But
and you
like
know
that's
what?
something that needs to evolve and get better for
And to
me
add to your point too,
because of our secondary.
go ahead, finish, because I
No,
don't
no,
want
that's it. I mean,
to. Okay.
obviously, you got a
So,
good pass rush. Your secondary is gonna help out your secondary.
of course, which is what I said. Why I like the Bradley Chubb pickup, because it's gonna take off that. It's gonna release that pressure from the secondary, where they're gonna be allowed to play more loose. Where we'll be able to play different schemes in our secondary, by being able to contain though and give that pass rush and rushing the passer. We work on that and we get better on that, and then we get a consistent run game. I don't see no team beating us. Period. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to respect the team, because at the end of
And
the day, any given Sunday, Dolphins fans were real high. Oh, it's just the Jets. We're just going to beat the Jets. They put 40 on us. Okay. At
yep,
the end of the day,
yep.
no matter if it was with Tua, without Tua, whatever the situation is, no one's looking at that.
I can't wait for that
They're
game.
looking at the box score, and it says 40 to whatever we ended up scoring.
Hmm.
I don't even remember at this point. So that's what I mean. Like,
I'm actually more concerned about the Packers than all these other teams you know they're
I'm not
talking
concerned about the
about.
Packers at all. Not even at all.
Well, Miss
Listen,
Finns,
they're in shambles, in
my
my opinion.
concern lies in the fact that Aaron Rodgers can literally beat anybody he wants
That
to
is true.
anytime he wants to if he
I
just gets
respect your
himself up.
analysis. Hmm.
Who's?
Color.
If he gets in a groove like he is with this receiver and blah blah
And
blah,
how
and they get their running
he's
game
pissed
going
with the
on,
floor. He's pissed with everyone. I
He
think he
is.
can try and ball out right now. Like I agree with Color.
and remember, Sharif, look at their division. Yeah, Minnesota's running away with it, but the overall NFC Packers are not by any stretch of the imagination out of the wild card race. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you
Yep.
let Aaron Rodgers get in the playoffs, and it's a whole different ball game.
And to go add on to Miss Finn's point, the maturation of the pass rush getting better, right? And let's just say we average 86 yards a game before Wilson reached, right? And the running game is now average since Wilson's arrival and Armstead has played 7 yards a pop. And now if that gets better, if the pass rush becomes somewhat of the Giants 4 years ago in NASCAR, oh my. And see, why am I? Yes, I'm saying Tua will be undefeated. It's not Tua, it's the team. But if you give Tua back the ball with the pass rush that I believe we can have, and then on top of that, 35 runs, how much Color? 36 passes? Oh my God, a balanced offense? Oh my God. I'm sticking to my fire. It's gonna be difficult to beat Tua. I'm gonna pipe it down a bit. If things like Miss Finn said and what I said, NASCAR pass rush running games gets better, I think the defense will hold. Byron comes back. Oh, look, you're gonna have to. The only thing can beat us is ourselves.
Yeah,
That I can
I
agree with.
agree. And that I agree. But like I said, I'm not gonna stop making my evaluations with any player in the team because at the end of the day, I'm gonna give them a fair shot to show me everything they got to show me, all the way up to the end of the season. Whatever the last game, whether that's weeks 18 or the Super Bowl, whatever the last game of the season for the Miami Dolphins is, then I will take to make an evaluation on all the players
I would
in our
like
roster,
Miss
including
Finn's
Tua.
I would like Miss Finn's honest, of course, she's always honest, evaluation on the improvement of Mr. Mike. And I
Who?
was there when you was speaking
Which
about
Mike?
the
Which Mike?
Gasecki, on
Oh, okay.
Gaseki's improvement on run blocking. And then, by the way, shout out to you because you got the signature from Mike Gasecki.
I got multiple signatures for him, actually. Thank you.
I was laughing, my because you said Mike right here, Mike. I was laughing.
Yeah,
My coworkers were like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I was like, "My
it's the
friend
truth.
just got." But go ahead with your evaluation since Mike has been in the system.
Well, he's getting better as a blocker. He's not the best, he's not the greatest, but he's getting better. He's got a lot to improve on, and he's still allowing some where I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying slowly watching him not block somebody, but he's getting to the second level too, because I have seen that a couple times. And guess what? He's not telegraphing the
Right,
plays
right.
because guess what? He can still come out, be the tight end, make his block, come out from the middle, and be that 5 yard throw
He's
every time.
learning. And
So
did
he
you see
is
that
getting
block?
better.
Did you see
Which,
that block
which
where real quick Color? Did you see that block where Wilson cut to the right? And Gasecki was in the front of the safety and Wilson cut off of Gasecki to the right and then got tackled. And the first person Wilson looked at was Gasecki's like, dude, you didn't even freaking block that guy and caused me to get tackled. It's
so
like,
so Miss Finns, if what you're saying is true, why did we have Tanner Connor in on that play in that
don't even
crucial
talk.
drive?
Don't even talk to me about
Because
that play.
everybody tells me when I ask that question, everybody tells me because Gisecki would have telegraphed the play.
No, he's not telegraphing no more.
I
You
agree.
don't
I
know
agree
when
with
it.
you. I agree with you. That's why I don't understand why we had a rookie tight end in that crucial situation.
So, Thomas, one of the biggest L I give Matt McDaniel. That's a Matt McDaniel call right there.
Of course it
Biggest
is. That
L.
was a we don't care about this game. We don't care because Tua it ain't going to be credited to Tua anyway. So we're just going to do whatever and try this and that out. That's what that was. I don't care what anybody says. 3 games in a row we treated it like that.
Yeah, but he still got as far as Gesicki, he still got a lot obviously to get better at. But he, like the coaches said, he's holding on to it. He is not shying away from it. We know what he can do in the pass catching game. So right now, he's working on being a more overall around tight end. But he's got a lot to improve. But it only takes time. So I'm glad that they still keep him out there to block because he's gonna continue to get better at his skill. Just
I
like I
would
said
like
for
to
Noah
also
Igbenogany. Noah needs actual game time. And guess what? Noah literally won us a game because I don't
mhm.
care what anybody tells me. They were going to score the touchdown, period.
Yep.
They were
Because
going to score the. And if
Claypool,
it wasn't for
he
Noah
was
Igbenogany,
waiting right there.
and
He was
fine, I don't
waiting right
care.
there for the toe
Because he
tap
could have dropped the
touchdown
ball. He
catch.
could have not looked at the ball. He could. So many
Mm,
things could have happened, and yet he still managed to get the ball, be in bounds, and still make the play. So at the end of the day, just like Tua needed time to actually play, so does Austin Jackson. So does Noah Benogany. So does Matt Gesicki in the blocking. Guys need real game time play, and they'll
yes,
develop.
Yep.
yes, yes. And,
And
So
and
by
what
the
I
way,
love about Gesicki, oh, go ahead, Color.
well, I was going to say people can look at the Browns as an inferior team, this and that. And yeah, overall they are, but they've got some good parts of their team, and we've got some bad parts of our team. And the
Right.
bad parts of our team, the offensive line, absolutely out like took their good part of their team, their defensive pass rush, and took them to school last week.
oh Lord.
Miles
Yes.
Garrett.
And
You know what I
guess
mean?
what?
Where was Miles
I
Garrett?
didn't even know he was playing the game. That's how
And
much. Like I had no idea he was
Clown.
playing the game.
Miles Garrett was clowned all day long.
ooh, they were
You
saying
know,
some stuff about like, did he was he on IR? I heard that on ESPN. Like
so
this,
even
they were
though it
like,
was an inferior team, the
it's
part that
Armstead
we
who put him on IR.
the part that we looked good in that game was actually the part that was the good part of their team. So I don't necessarily think, oh, we just beat an inferior team. That's no big deal. It's the way we beat them. We took
Mm,
out their biggest attribute, their run game and their pass rush.
hmm
Yeah,
And we
and
needed
you,
one guy to do it, just one guy.
which
Like
was
we're
insane.
fortunate.
I'm
We're just
telling you,
fortunate to do that.
I didn't even know that he was playing the game. I didn't find out till 2 days later. Oh, Miles Garrett. I forgot he was even part of the team for the Browns. Like that's how much I didn't even. And I was at the
And think
game.
about this,
Yeah, and
right?
wait, real there's a meme going around. I guess he for Halloween every year he puts out tombstones in his front yard with the quarterbacks of everybody he's sacked, and he
Mm,
doesn't have a gravestone for Tua.
mm. And think about this now, guys. Going into the first round of the playoffs, right? Any big pass rusher for the opposing team, we can snuff that guy out. Like we have that value, right? So going into the second round of the playoffs, whoever the pass rusher is for the opposing team, you could snuff him out. You might as well snuff out the Super Bowl pass rusher of the opposing team because that's the best who was on IR Sunday. That's the very best, guys. Garrett is the very best.
He is actually. You can't even deny. He's. I mean, you can't between him and
For the
Darnold. Like
Super Bowl, we'll be able to run to Armstead's side. I'm just
Hey,
letting
Miss
all the
Finn,
fans know.
somebody just tweeted because the Dolphins are on a bye week. The Dolphins are offering their stadium for the Buffalo Bills to play in for the weekend, visitor side, of course.
And guess what?
oh snap,
And
that'd
guess
be
who has
so
problems
funny.
stopping the run? Buffalo. And guess who? I know a guy like Chubb. Chubb's gonna want to get back at his bad game.
And that's yep.
Oh, oh, and guess
That's
what?
why I picked the Browns. That is
And the different,
exactly why I
and we're
picked the
gonna,
Browns.
And we're going to see our value too, because we're going to see we're a third ranked run defense, and we're going to see just how bad other teams are against the Cleveland Browns run game. Because I'm telling you, Chubb does not want to fumble, and he wants to explode because of his bad game. The Bills are in trouble.
I know they are, and that's and this is why I took the Browns because of two things. One, it might be a bruise to his arm, whatever, don't matter. Josh Allen is dealing with injuries. A, B. The Browns right now realize we cannot go out this way. You're gonna see Miles Garrett want to go get back on that saddle. You're gonna want to see Chubb
Oh,
get back on that saddle, and you're gonna want to see Jacoby Brissett prove to all these lesser teams that are quarterback hungry. Hey, I'm a starting quarterback. Look what I can do right before Deshaun comes. So trust me when I tell you, Browns are hungry, and you're gonna see that dog bark and bite real hard on them buffalo
mm,
wings. So this
mm.
is why I say Browns are beating Buffalo, and I don't even
And they are not out of it in their division. The Ravens
technically
are only
no
like
because they're
what 3 games ahead of them.
two
Two.
uh, two wins and a loss away, so three
They could
games. Yeah,
easily. The Ravens could easily slide. The Bengals are a shade of themselves from last year. You know, I don't know. I just don't think. I think the Browns are just as still hungry, knowing that they're going to get somebody back that can help them make a run if they can hold out these last 2 games. If they can come together as a team to get 2 wins here, their season is not over. And then they're getting Deshaun Watson back, who has been practicing with the team.
yeah.
He was allowed to return to practice last week and get actual practices in. So he's going to have 3 weeks of practice under his belt. You might see a little rustiness the first quarter, but second quarter on in his first game back, it's going to be the Deshaun Watson show. And
And
the
you know that they're
Browns
gonna
know
rip him
that.
off. They're
The
gonna rip
Browns
him
are not
off.
out of it.
And you know this too. Jacoby's gonna want a starting job next year,
Yep.
so he's gonna put up a good. And what better video would it be? You beating the Buffalo Bills, Psh,
Well, not to
and then
mention, Miss Fins, if
I mean,
Jacoby holds out and gets them these 2 more games, right? And then Watson comes back, and God forbid, because I know we're going to win the Super Bowl, but God forbid they go on and win the Super Bowl. You don't think Jacoby Brissett's going to get some credit for that? Just like Earl Morrill did when we won. You know what I
or
mean?
just like Carson Wentz, that without
Or
Carson
Nick
Wentz
Foles.
actually winning the season, they would have never won that Super Bowl. So
Now, I'm not predicting that. I'm just giving you reasons why the Browns are not going to lay over this week against the Bills. That's all I'm saying.
exactly, which is why I think that the Browns are gonna win, even though you took the Bills 35-0.
Did
I
I?
don't.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
right,
did.
because I wasn't going to feed into to what I'm saying. That's right.
Yeah, which is insane. But
But I did, if I remember correctly, I did take the Packers over the Titans, correct?
you did. I took the Titans.
Did
I'm,
you
I'm,
did you see the report today?
no,
The
I
Titans
don't.
are sitting like 5 players.
Why?
I don't know, injuries.
Don't tell me.
There's like 5 major players on the bench for the
I'm
game.
gonna lose because of flipping.
And
I can't.
remember, they still have a negative point differential too.
Oh, actually, no, color. You took the Titans. I
Oh,
took
did
the
I?
Packers.
Oh, that's right,
Yes.
because I didn't want to. I right,
Yeah.
right.
I took the Packers
You
23
did take the
20.
Packers. Oh
Ah, you
wow,
took Titans 24-20.
we switched from
Yes.
last week. Right.
Yes. I can't wait.
All right, them injuries ain't gonna be nothing.
Oh, right. Of course not. Of course not. Yes. Let's go.
Miss Fins is like just RELAX, Chris.
Okay,
We
listen,
got
guys. I
this.
gotta, I gotta get, I gotta get to work, guys. But
All
listen,
right.
give me your final take, guys. I thought today was a great productive. See, I like these types of, because we were able to disagree, we were able to agree, we were able to discuss, talk about our own opinions, but still
Mhm.
be cordial and still be,
And you got
Right.
out without ruining Miss Finn's day, Sharif. You got to pat yourself
why
on
would
the
he ruin my day? I love opposing views. That's
because I'm
fine.
picking on Sharif, and it was a funny joke.
Oh,
See, the thing is, right, when guys come up on the panel, I think we all just wanna give our own perspectives and our own take, and I think it's fun. It doesn't need to go to Twitter. It doesn't need to go at people's throat, people's families. I'm gonna go for your channel striking and all of that. It doesn't need to go beyond that. I respect your opinion, even though I think a different way, and I love you. You're a Dolphin fan, and I put my hand on my top of my head, fins up. But we just disagree. It doesn't have to be vitriol, and so
Which I don't
like
think it was.
right, and so I think like I told my friend EM, like, oh, but I'm coming for him because he came for me in the comments. Uh, it's just a game. And I'm sorry I had to make that contrast, but that's what it just is, you
Yeah,
know. And we're still friends.
that's good,
I
Sherry. Well,
have
thank you for
Estefan's
coming through.
number. I have Estefan's. I probably need to get Color's number. I have Estefan's number. I have Batman's number. I have guys' numbers. I can call them.
Yeah, I just wish more people would use it.
Right, you know.
Well, I appreciate you, Sherry, for coming through.
Yeah, appreciate you, Shreve.
Hey, come tomorrow because tomorrow I'm doing actually. Typically, I do like the regular Dolphins game preview. I'm gonna actually do an in-depth AFC East game preview this week. So we're gonna talk about Jets, Patriots in detail, and also Browns, Bills. So come check it out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Okay. Thank you, Sharif.
Sure thing.
And if you really want to know who's an unfair guy who has terrible takes, it's this guy Estefan, man. It's like terrible.
Go ahead, Esther. Jeez. Can you hear us?
He's been popping in and out. He might be having
Yeah,
connection issues.
yeah, probably. Okay, you go, color then.
It's
We'll
that
see. We'll,
Texas internet. Oh, I don't have my bye week. I don't have much of a take other than go Patriots, go Browns. I mean, I don't know. Patriots win, we're still in first place. So,
yeah, that
and I
Patriots
think
win.
Tua should
Still in
get
first.
offensive player of the week next week, even on a bye week,
I agree.
because without doing anything at all, he could still be
Can
in
you hear
first
me?
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got you, Esther.
Finally, go ahead, Esther. Go ahead, Esther.
Hey, man, I was talking smack to Sharif the whole time, man. How's it the weather out there and all that, man? Nobody heard me. Man, no,
That's funny.
no, I really don't. You know what? We might as well talk about too because that's all everybody wants to talk about anyways. But um man, I mean I just want to see it like continue to happen. Him continue to do what he's doing. He's already had a potential bad game, but I really don't, I really don't criticize too much for that because that was the Pittsburgh game because the guy was coming off of what was that the head injury, the what's that called, the concussion. So
Cool.
technically he shouldn't have come back from me until the Browns game, and the fact that he even gave us production of the Pittsburgh game actually that means something. I know he wasn't consistent, but he came back to he's come back every other game and done well. So yeah, he just needs to keep doing what he's doing. But I got you really want to see what it's going to look like and see if this is the guy in more of a pressure situation like the playoffs and the end of the season. You know what I mean? We're jockeying for position, and I like our chances to go to the Super Bowl if we can obviously get that number one overall seed.
That'd
We're
be
right
amazing.
there. I don't see why we're not talking about that. We're only one game out. I understand there's a lot of teams that are one game out, but still, like it's within reach. I think that should be something that's being discussed more. To be honest,
Well,
Wait,
let's do it then, Esther, because if the Patriots win and the Chiefs win this week, we are the number one seed in the AFC.
wait.
yeah,
If the Patriots win and the Chiefs
If the
win,
Chiefs lose, I'm sorry.
I'm
That's
about
what I
to
meant to
say,
say.
yeah.
yeah. I think if we beat the Chargers and the Chargers beat KC this weekend, that's a game to watch for too. That's a common opponent. That might bode well for us as well as how we do in
Sure,
conference schedule and all that. So,
sure.
and think about it. What do we have? Three losses. We have one to the Jets. What are the other
Jets,
ones?
Vikings, and
Okay, so we got
um,
two in the conference. The Bengals.
two in the
Three,
conference. Yeah,
three in the
Yeah.
conference. Oh yeah, two, because
Two.
Bengals and
So it's
Jets.
good that we
Yes.
have one that's out of conference.
Hmm.
So all that stuff matters, but so does common opponent. So you need all the little stuff to go your way. So we need to beat. We actually need to beat San Diego. You know, if you want to talk about jockeying for position, you got to beat them,
Yeah.
and we need them. We need them to beat KC as well.
If they can beat KC and then we beat them, that would really solidify us. But remember last year,
It's two
although I
birds with
beat
one stone,
KC,
Jolie, because it's a conference loss and it's a common opponent. That's why that's a big game.
yeah, and the thing is that last year we didn't know who was going to be number one until week 18. So yeah, I think that might actually happen for us too. So that's going to be very interesting, and I'm really hoping that if by week, honestly, by week 16, we can lock in that first like bye. I'm still not resting play. Would you rest players, Esto, or no? Knowing you're gonna already have an extra week off, would you rest players or no?
Yeah, I
Why?
would. I would,
You don't
man.
want to take the
Because
momentum into the playoffs?
no, think about it this way. If you're weighing your options and you're placing a bet, because it'll for me it always comes down to gambling. Are you going to risk the chance of having somebody that you need? You want what your goal is to win in the playoffs. So are you going to risk injury in a game that's meaningless when you already have sole possession of the first overall seed?
We had this discussion all offseason about putting Tyreek at punt return. It's the same question, Estefan.
No, these guys have the muscle memories there. They've got enough reps. That would allow their bodies to recoup. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of guys playing with a lot of
And
these
how
guys are
many
playing injured.
teams that rest their teams before they get that first round bye come in and lose,
That's
aka
up that's
Packers?
up to the
Like
coach to
literally
keep them
just
in
happened.
rhythm. That's up to the coach to keep them in rhythm, Jolie. You know, I mean that happens, but I don't think that's almost like playing scared, in my opinion. I don't think resting guys is playing scared. I think that's actually
I
being
think it
smart.
is.
I think it's being smart.
It's not that it's not smart, and I totally get where it's coming from. But my thing is, to this point, I would say, even if we treat it like a preseason game, where okay, we're gonna have our starter. Let's say week 18 is the Jets. We locked in the first overall. We don't need this game. I still want Tua to play the first half, and then
Man,
let
what's going on
Skyler
in
take
your
over.
chat?
Then
They've been
let
arguing about Tua forever. What the hell? I was just like,
oh,
are
Started.
this is
they,
You started it.
it always
what did I?
he
What
did
did
nah
I?
It's
he
I
the
did.
Buffalo fan. It's they're arguing with the Buffalo fan. That's
yeah
okay,
yeah
bro. They can argue too with a Buffalo fan.
that's fine.
I,
Represent.
you know what? I like the way we look right now, and the direction we're going over what they're going through because Josh Allen looks, man, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of respect for that kid, and I'm not just gonna talk out of my butt. But when I look at him, it looks like something's going on between the ears. Like there's some kind of frustration, like a mental block that's bothering him when he plays. You know what I mean? In a pressure situation right now, I'm not liking Josh Allen's chances to help out that team. And I'm not hating. I'm not like talking out of my butt. I'm just being honest about what I'm seeing.
But
He looks like
considering
he's
he
got
walks around with a deer in a headlight look on his face by
right.
default, you know.
Yeah. There's something mental going on with Josh Allen when I look at him playing. Like something between the ears.
I
Like
think
It
he's
ain't
he's
happening. It
getting
ain't being
dealing with.
served up to him anymore, Esther.
I'm not seeing that killer instinct. You know what I mean? That I always saw that kid as a killer, and I'm not seeing a
Yeah,
killer
but
when there's
he's
pressure.
It's
injured.
easy to be a
He
killer
gets
when the it's easy to be a killer when the prey is served up to you on a platter.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. You know, I think the Jets had a lot to do with that. They knocked him around in that game, and they made it
That's
a
right.
dirty. They drugged that game out, and they took the win. They gave them the L. I think the Jets had a lot to do with what's going on with Josh Allen right now, in my opinion.
agreed.
Oh, we
You
did
know,
too. Because think about it.
Yeah,
Ken Dorsey tossed that silver platter. I think
he
it
came
has a
that's
lot to do with losing. I think
I forgot
he
Esther,
about that
Esther, I
became
color.
a
think it has a
meme.
lot
Look,
to do with losing Dable, bro.
if I can find you on my phone as a GIF or GIF or whatever you call it, yeah, definitely that game really got to Ken Dorsey, which to me was hilarious. But look, guys, I need your final takes because I gotta get out of here. So,
My
My
final
final
take is
Esther,
take
go
quit your
is
ahead.
job, Miss
Esther is
Fins.
a party pooper.
quit your job,
Give
Jolie.
me your
Pre- Hey,
give,
thanks for having us on and giving us
Yeah.
a
Thanks a
platform
lot.
to just talk Dolphins early in the morning. And peace and love to everybody. I hope everything's good in everybody's lives. And happy
You too,
Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to any of y'all, I hope y'all have a place that y'all can spend that and give to somebody that probably needs it. Stuff like that. So be kind of heart on that day,
agreed.
or maybe just be kind of heart all the time, man. I don't
That's
know.
right. We get Thanksgiving football and all that before we play again, don't we?
Yeah, yeah, we
All
Wait a
do.
minute.
right.
Do we?
Yeah,
Do
today's the
we?
17th.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Anthony Rumble Johnson. I'm an MMA fan. That sucks.
Yeah, next
So if
week's
y'all don't
the
know who he is, man,
24th.
that was a good dude.
Oh my God.
That's
We
awesome.
have Thanksgiving's
We're
next
gonna be
week.
the talk of the holiday. Look at that.
Oh, you just made my. Oh yes. I'm so
One
happy
other thing I
now
want to say for
because.
my final thought,
Mm,
Ms. Fins, is I want to thank everybody and all their well wishes and congratulations for our year at the Fins tailgate last night. Appreciate y'all coming up and saying your kind words. And I also mainly want to thank everybody for showing up for Ms. Finn's show every morning. She's really trying hard to get content up and get it going and get her channel growing. I really enjoyed our show on Wednesday nights. The league wide show. I encourage everybody to come, stop by there 8 o'clock every Wednesday, find out how we did each week on our picks, and all that. And, it's growing.
oh,
Look,
that's so nice.
Estes got my mug. He's got my mug.
Wait, do
It's
it
not
one
the
more
one I
time.
drink out of, but I
Esther, do it
got
one
one.
more time. Do it one more time. Here, so everybody can see it. There you go.
And guys like Esta, guys that are all in the chat, girls too, that show up here every morning and are loyal to you, it's just going to keep growing. And I personally appreciate you all looking out for Miss Fins and helping her grow. So appreciate you
Thank you,
guys and
everybody.
fins up.
Appreciate you, Esther Finn. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
No
Uh,
problem.
absolutely. Color, thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you,
man.
thank you, thank you so much. And again, congratulations. I'm sorry I couldn't go up there, but it was full and I couldn't get a chance. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
get the
okay.
link.
That's okay.
But again, congratulations to you guys. I put it in the comment section though. I know
They'll
you
be
guys
next
saw
year.
it. Yeah,
We'll get it on the 2 year.
there you go. Well, thank you so much, buddy. I
Thank you, man.
appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you have it. This is the Misfit Show, ladies and gentlemen, where you can get it Monday to Friday, each and every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. You can catch Miss Fins on the Miss Fins Show, Monday to Friday. We talk all Dolphins and NFL. Mondays, we got our Motivation Monday. We recap the game that the Dolphins had Tuesday to a Tuesday media day. Wednesday mornings, we do AFC East breakdown and recap. Wednesday nights we have League Wide Wednesdays with color commentary, my co-host, and we discuss the league wide football. And then Thursdays is typically free for all. Depends, it's a freestyle Thursday. And Fridays I do the game preview, which tomorrow is going to be the AFC East game preview. Since we don't have a game, I'm going to preview those two games because it's going to affect us directly. But guys, thank you for coming through. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Again, this is Miss Fins. I'm Miss Fins. Thank you so much. Catch you later. Bye bye.